wrestling and the women's stuff. I like
Yes,
that.
but she's not a credible bad
Oh,
guy
by the
wrestler.
way, did you notice? Okay, so last week she attacked a male wrestler and she hit him. I mean, she slugged him and he turned around and slugged her back.
Yeah, there's been rumors of basically like how long is Marina Shafir going to be the new China before someone actually hits her back?
I
I went
forget
to
who
the
it was who hit her back, but
hey
somebody.
mom,
Oh
could you go
crap!
in?
Who went to combat?
Yeah, the dialogue finished.
Sorry, I had to get through the dialogue.
Also, hi, chat on my side.
Hi, Chad
Hi,
on
Chad
Ducky's
on
side.
Ducky's side.
God damn it. Of course the oven immediately goes off. Fuck. Man.
So you had to work today, huh?
Yup.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Well, some people got today off, and I didn't know if you guys got today off. I mean,
Nope.
I had today off, but I've always had the day off.
Yeah.
No, it's not a federal holiday, so no. Why would I get the
I
day
did
off?
go to the dermatologist this morning, and he told me to try Rogaine and add biotin vitamin supplement to my, or biotin, however you pronounce it. And he wants to see me in 6 months and see what's happening. He said my labs all came back that there's no deficiency and that, let's see what we can do. So I think it's the guy that saw dad when he had the birthmark and Manili was worried about the birthmark 10, 15, 12 years ago. So,
Oh.
because he reminded, his name was familiar. And once I was in the office interacting with him, he's a very positive, up kind of guy. It was really nice. So,
That's good.
yep.
So I took the duck this when I got home. That's why we were a little late. I was a little late getting on. But I was on at work today. I usually watch the YouTube videos, and I wound up down a rabbit hole that eventually ended in me listening to a podcast called the Unsubscribed Podcast, where they were interviewing a survivor of the Abbey Gate explosion from Kabul, Afghanistan.
Oh,
And as far as I know, that's the first time I've ever heard a survivor talk. Um,
Marina Shafir is trying to submit
a-
Cassidy.
and it was really impactful on me. I was telling Duck like I felt like it eased, like the PTSD obviously flared up in the conversation because he was talking about living the experience. He's heavily traumatically injured, and like his name is Tyler Vargas Andrew. But I found him talking about his experience really inspiring, but also just really like easing the powerlessness that
Was
came
it
from that
cathartic a
day.
little bit? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I don't know if catharsis. I feeling like I actually may have helped at least done something useful that
Well,
day.
isn't that
Because
what
I think
cathartic
because
is? Is it like it helps
well,
the
catharsis means like closure was the word that Ducky and I came on. I
okay,
don't think catharsis is
catharsis
the
and cathartic is a form of catharsis. Cathartic is an adjective based off of catharsis. That's what
I
I was
know,
saying.
but it's not always connotative with closure because catharsis means I feel good at the end of it and it like it's I'm motivated.
Oh, I
It's
wasn't saying closure, but I was hoping it gave you some better feelings.
I
Like
was saying closure because like I've never heard anyone who was alive from that day. And I think the hardest thing from that day working that day was that like
you didn't hear anyone.
I never knew anyone who lived. I only knew the dead.
Hey, we beat
Um
him. That was pretty fast.
yeah, I did a fire dragon. I don't know, it went off really good. But I don't know, it was just really motivating and it made me feel really good about that time because it's the first time
Okay.
I felt good about that time because there's not a lot of good from the last days of
Oh,
Afghanistan.
where
But the
are
fact
we?
that we're following the arrow, Mom. Why are you asking me where are we?
I was just going to look and make sure there's nothing we're supposed
We're
to
in
look
the
for.
frigid mall.
We are supposed to find a polar ice, a vanilla ice, and a polar rose. While you're talking, let me go look that up so I'm not moving, okay? I'm listening to you. I just happen to think of those stupid things that we always have to look for. So don't go any further, okay?
Um, sorry, you entirely sidetracked my thought process.
I didn't.
I
Okay.
was.
I didn't mean to.
It's okay.
I want to listen to you. So let me do this so we're not moving. Because when we're moving, I'm trying to do the dungeon. I'm trying to read what's happening and I can't focus on what you're saying. Okay? So can you please talk while we're not moving and I will look stuff up that I
I
can
gotta remember
listen
what
to?
I was talking about. So just
You were talking about that you had never heard someone who had survived and that always troubled you.
yeah,
And
because there's been no closure from that day. Like it's just a hard day that I have to constantly. And I don't fight with it every day, but whenever I see anything military, anytime I see someone talk about being a war fighter, like honestly, I can't listen to Hexa speeches. We were forced to do training earlier this year
what's
in
that?
DoD. Hegseth.
Oh,
He's
Hegseth speeches. What I heard was Hexus beaches. And I'm like, what the hell is that?
no
That's how,
Mr. Peter Hegseth, the Secretary of
yes.
War.
Now
God
I
help me.
understand now what you're saying. Yes, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no, I find him the most miserable tool to listen to, even though he is my boss, because when he talks about war, he doesn't talk like he was there. He talks like he glorifies it. Anyway, it's been hard to hear his speeches because it's all of the pump and shovel stuff that happened before Afghanistan fell without pairing any
Hi.
mind.
Do I need to add the political tags or?
No, I'm storming back. It's
Oh,
just like I
okay.
had to explain why, like
Sorry, I
I
just
have
came
this
in and
mindset.
immediately heard something about Afghanistan. I was like, wait a minute.
I know it's not it because this is newsy and I'm talking about the
Yeah.
Kabul stuff. I don't. It's not politics. If it gets flagged as politics,
Okay.
Twitch is an asshole. In my mind, this isn't politics. Politics is saying the dreaded
Afghanistan
words
is
Republican,
inherently politics. What do
Republican
you mean?
Democrat. I wasn't saying that. I'm talking about like when people have like mantra pumps about war, but pay no mind to the cost paid or the consequences when we fail. It really bothers me. And the biggest issue out of Afghanistan that the guy was talking about, this survivor, Tyler Vargas Andrew was talking about, is the fact that he loves his country but hates the government because even with the change in leadership, no one has ever paid the price for the failures on those days. And all attempts to make people pay those prices have ended in we don't have information that we claim we used to have, or we don't know what you're talking about. Like
Smile.
he talked about FOIAing, he testified in Congress. Like this man is a veteran. He is apolitical. He is simply a former member of the
Hi,
military,
Foster.
trying to tell his, trying to
Happy
talk
New
about his
Year.
experience. And I was vibing with it. That's why I was saying it wasn't catharsis because I was finally hearing not only like knowing that someone survived that day because I didn't see survivors. To be fair, I saw people who weren't in the immediate explosion saving people, but I didn't know if they ever survived. So it was one, it was soothing to hear that someone survived that day and maybe something I did helped. But two, it was it was inspiring to me to know that I'm not the only one who's that sour about that day. And I have constantly told people anytime I talk about the troubles in my head from that day, I wasn't there. I saw things happen, but I wasn't there. I can't imagine what any of those soldiers who survived that day, who saved lives that day, who watched people die that day, I don't know where their head is. I couldn't imagine dealing with the last 4 years of what the American government has done to them and be okay because like they get treated worse than Vietnam veterans. We don't talk about Afghanistan fucking at all. Like at least Vietnam veterans got made fun of and mocked. Afghanistan veterans don't get that at all. They don't get any recognition. The military just goes, that didn't happen. It wasn't a war. Which is insane. And like he was talking about that, just feeling the like he talked about how he was a bad recruit early on. He made mistakes. He wanted to get into stuff, but he was too arrogant for himself, and so he got in trouble. He wasn't ever like felony or misdemeanor, but he did stupid stuff, and he got in trouble for it. And he was constantly told, if you don't improve who you are as a person, you're never going to go where you want to with this career. You're just going to go back home eventually. And so he took all those discipline lessons and he was sent to Afghanistan. And after 11 days and that explosion happening on the 11th day of his time in Afghanistan, all of those lessons that he was drained into his head for the 2 years before that point were washed out as he watched everyone who was above him in rank who wasn't there be feckless and take no responsibility, which is just like, no wonder recruitment hit an all-time low these last 4 years. Like, how do you
Okay,
recruit?
when you want to teleport to me, I've got the polar rose.
Okay. Like, how do you make progress from that when when you know no one cares at the top. Like I understand that agony. Like my attitude is I'm still inside and I'm trying to do some good. But I can totally understand that. Like if you're a wounded veteran and you can't be in anymore because you're wounded and broken, and the government has told you you're too broken to be useful.
Did you get the rose? Oh,
I
you're
did.
here.
Like what are you supposed to do? Like of course you're gonna start trying to do something. And like he talked about, he's been trying to speak. That's why he wound up testifying in front of Congress. It's just really cool. Like, at least he found something to make himself be motivated to deal with that trouble without it haunting him. It still clearly haunts him, but he's not just stuck in it. And so I don't know. I found him interesting to listen to. I mean, if you are an American and you want to have that mental, like, if you have just realized that, like, no one never talks about Afghanistan in any of the news. It's just a dirty word no one says anymore.
Yep.
I would say just, like, look up a video about Tyler Vargas Andrew and just listen to him talk for, like, 5 minutes. You don't have to listen to a lot. Like, he doesn't talk in fancy words. He's a normal human being. He clearly knows he's not, like, highly educated. He doesn't pretend he is. But, like, his Instagram, called Whistling Death, because, like, when he got to when he was pulled from the Abbey Gate and taken to the surgeon later on told him, post everything, you had 60 non-survivable wounds. I wasn't supposed to try to save your life, but something in the back of my voice said you need to try. And he saved him. And the doctor said the only reason why I think you survived is because you had conditioning that made sure that when things would have normally fell out because you were torn up so much your body wasn't held together by anything, your muscles held you together, which is just miserable, a gory image, but it's inspiring because, like, he survived through a needle. We're talking about, like, in the military, it says that a non-survivable wound, like just one, means you have less than a 3% chance of surviving surgery. That's why they don't operate on you. He had 60 non-survivable wounds. Like, you're talking threads of a percent chance of surviving
I'm
a
very
surgery.
with you, so you can start it.
Let alone, like, he went through 45 surgeries, which is just the amount of human agony he went through and is still here today. Like, it just makes me want to talk about him because, like, at least from my end, where, like, I worked that stuff, it was closure because I at least get to see a survivor for however long he has in his life, because, like, clearly that day is going to shorten his life. There's no end about it. Like, he's
Maybe.
standing tall and speaking for what is right, and I just want to share that.
Well, I'm glad, and I'm glad it helped you in some way.
Yeah.
That's good.
Happy New Year, Foster. Sorry you came in at a weird sorted time.
Hi, Foster. Happy New Year.
I don't know. It made me very reflective at the end of my workday. Like, I was productive today, and I didn't have any issues with that. But I stumbled on that entire, like, YouTube video by accident of this podcast with him, and instead of being like a lot of veterans are, who are reasonably bitter, he's not. He does say, "I love my country but hate my government," but it's not in embitterment. It's there needs to be accountability. I'm going to keep trying until I can't. Like Jon Stewart with the 9/11, the 9/11 Survivors Fund. Someone has to speak. It's going to be me because I know no one else is. Like, that's inspiring to me because it's truth to power in an inconvenient form, At a time when everyone is, wilting in that posture. It's inspiring to see a veteran not shut up, I wouldn't necessarily share him with veterans, but I think if veterans who find him naturally or listen to, like, the Unsubscribed podcast find him, I found him a very authentic person. Much of what he said during the course of that.
I'll be right back. I'm hearing noises in the kitchen that sound like the water bowl. I'll be back in a moment.
Ellie is at work again.
Yeah. You gotta go into the new year right.
Yeah, Ellie likes knocking over mom's water bowl for the
No,
cats in there.
Yeah, I mean, I know. Yeah,
I was saying it for chat to context why I
yeah.
said Ellie.
We know who the water bowl thief is.
She's not even a thief. She just plays it and just flips it.
Yeah,
It's great.
she just makes a mess. That's her job.
No, the water bowl actually wasn't moved, but something was thunking.
That's
I guess
surprising
maybe
that Ellie was
something in the
not
bathroom.
responsible.
She
I'm
hasn't
so-
filled the water bowl in a while. She's not
I'm so-
tipped it in a while.
I know. I'm so used to you being like, "Damn it, Ellie!" At some point during the stream, you said, "I hear something going on with the water bowl," and I'm like, "Oh, it must be Ellie." Back
Well, I
at it
heard
again.
thunking, and it sounded like the thunking of the plastic fountain.
Yeah.
like
Oh,
it
that
sounds
makes sense.
messing with it. But I don't know what she was messing with. That's the weird thing. I didn't see anything. So, oh, excuse me.
Safe this time.
At least this time, yeah. So I was going to tell you, I started the Naked Gun movie with Liam Neeson. I made it 20 minutes into the movie and turned it off because I know your dad would have loved it because he loved that kind of schlock comedy.
I would have told you that from the get go that the Naked Gun movie was going to be too stupid for you. Like
It
you
really
hate
was.
You hate stupid comedy. You always have. I don't know
Well,
why.
I don't mind some slapstick. I've watched some slapstick. and I can laugh,
Mom.
Honey,
You don't like.
Clue, no, stop. Clue is slapstick. Clue is
Clue is
schlock
not.
comedy.
No, Clue is not stupid humor. Naked Gun is filled
Oh, there
with
was some
stupid
stupid humor in Clue.
No, I would for days, lifetimes. Clue is an elevated humor comedy because you are watching it because you know the
Oh,
comedians
come on,
and
the
the
running
actors
gag
are
with
great.
the dog poop, the
That's not a stupid joke, and you know
monkey
it.
brains, or the 1+2+1
Not
plus 1.
Those aren't stupid jokes. Those are well thought out jokes that are contextual to the movie.
Okay.
Stupid jokes are the everyone slapping the woman on the in the airplane for
The scene that
screaming.
made me turn it off was he's talking to Pamela Anderson's character, who is the sister of the murdered man, and he offers her to sit in a chair at the beginning, and she says, "No, I prefer to stand." And she's mad at him when she's leaving out. She says, "On second thought, I will take this chair." So she grabs the chair and drags it through the police department all the way out, screeching. And I'm like, and he's making comments about the way she looks, and all the other men in the room are saying it. It was like he's saying stuff in his head, and all of a sudden all the other men are saying it in their heads, and everybody, you can hear everybody's voice. And it's just like, okay, I can't handle it no more. I thought I was going to be able to handle it, but no.
Again, I go back to the airplane. Like, you never talked about liking Airplane. Dad did. And I
don't know that I ever watched the complete movie Airplane because I think I got so annoyed by it. I kind of started reading a book while Dad was watching
Blazing Saddles, another good movie.
Yeah.
That has a lot of stupid humor that you didn't like.
Yet I love Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, because it's not stupid humor in Young Frankenstein.
Well, there is some stupid humor.
No, it's contextualized humor. There's a difference. Stupid humor is done for an immediate yuck without any context in the movie. It breaks the fourth wall and telling.
I like the remake of Dragnet with Dan Aykroyd and.
But that entire movie is slapstick in context. It's making fun of cop movies. Naked Gun wasn't making fun of cop movies. It was making fun of Dirty Harry.
Well, it was entirely... it was following on the Leslie Nielsen's Naked Gun movies, where that's who Liam Neeson.
But the original Leslie Nielsen ones were making fun of Dirty Harry.
Right, and this is just following it that he's the son of the original Naked Gun guy.
Which Dirty Harry's not a cop movie. Dirty Harry is a Western
with cop aesthetic. I didn't collect my Pebble yet. Oops.
Yeah, go get your Pebble.
Pebble?
So I did try. I started it, and it's Liam Neeson, so I thought, okay, he's doing comedy.
That's so bad. I love you, but Liam Neeson does when he does humor, it's always stupid humor.
I've noticed that now. Oh, this is funny. Bandito is wrestling Mordos the Beast, and Bandito was just using his black cape as like an El Toro kind of. And
to finish this conversation, what is one comedic show that you never could stand Dad watching? So Dad watched it when you were at work on Saturday. The Three Stooges. You hated the Three Stooges.
I did
You
hate
hate
the Three Stooges.
you hate stupid humor that has no context and no grounding in the story.
Well,
It's
actually,
just
you know what
there
I
for
didn't like about
laughs.
the Three Stooges was how violent they were to each other.
That's most of stupid humor is violent for the sake of violence. It's why
Yeah.
HBO is. It's why
Okay,
HBO has
the
so many
one funny
fans for
scene,
it.
the reason I stuck with it as long as I did, the funny scene where the bad guy has given him an electric vehicle and it's charging, and he gets in and he tells the car, it's a self-driving car, and he tells the car to drive 30 feet, and he ends up ripping out all 3 chargers of the police station and pulling the wall off the police station wall. I mean, and he's like, man, our building's falling apart. He doesn't realize he did it. That was kind of funny. And then it went to that stupid scene with Pamela, and I was like, no, I can't, no. The physical humor of the car, the electric car ended up destroying the police station because he drove it while it was still connected to the charger was funny. So,
When the movie's being advertised, they constantly did he spilled coffee in his lap, and so he calls like a bomb squad for
yes.
help. Like I looked at that clip and went, I'm not seeing this movie, and Mom will hate it. Was my only thought every time I
Actually,
saw
that
ad.
scene and the scene of where he uses the body cam, and they're talking, and he's talking about how bad it stinks in there. I thought the bomb squad was called when he gave too big of a fart.
Yeah, where he worried he sharted his pants. Yes.
Okay, that was part of the reason I was going to watch it because I actually thought that scene was kind of funny.
I looked at it and went, yeah, Mom might laugh at this, but when she gets to this part in the movie, she will have already hated the movie.
Yep.
There will be nothing that will salvage it because like that's not going to be the intro to the movie. That would
No,
be too good.
I made it 20 minutes, and him eating the taco on the body cam or the burrito, and it's huge and it's messy, and he's just shoving.
Yeah, because like
that's actually when I turned off the TV.
I saw like the 90-second trailer advertisement with that clip in it, and it was like he ate a coffee, then he ate a taco, and then he starts getting like bubbly sensations, and they had the audio of the bubbling
no.
on it for the nausea noise. And he's like, "Oh God, I'm not gonna make it. Oh God, I'm not gonna make it." And eventually, he definitely sharts, and he calls the bomb squad on his own car because he's so bad smelling that he's worried he's going to trigger the dirty bomb testers when he gets to the police station. So he just calls the bomb squad on himself, hoping that they'll think it's an actual bomb and blow up his car. Not that he shit
One
his
thing
pants.
I thought was cool, the police chief is the woman who played the coroner in NCIS New Orleans.
Mom? Okay.
I'm going. I was hitting my key. CCH Pounder is who played the coroner in the NCIS New Orleans,
Pete Sargent.
and I liked her in that. So she was actually a redeeming part where I almost stuck with the movie because of her. But and I did like the fact that Liam is what's his face's son, and his partner is what's his face's son, and then the O.J. Simpson son. His name of his character is not Norberg Jr. As in, he's not claiming his dad. So they make the jokes about O.J. Simpson, or the character that O.J. Simpson played in the movie. So I think I saw part of one of the first Naked Guns. I think.
Oh, I was also say, yeah, I bet you never enjoyed.
No.
Academy.
Actually, your dad and I both loved the first Police Academy. I watched 2, 3, and 4, and they got incredibly worse each one. Because I liked the characters, so. But I did find the first Police Academy hilarious, and I did go see it in the theaters.
They stunned us, so your spell will have fizzled because you didn't cast it. But you're not stunned this round because they went first.
No. Well, the spell I cast is not in my hand.
Yeah, so okay. So then you just need to recast because it got effectively fizzled because we were stunned. You should be able to cast this turn. That's all I was saying. I didn't know if you'd seen that we got stunned.
Okay. Well, I did.
Yeah. Well, no, I wasn't saying pass. I was saying that I wasn't saying to pass. Stop! I wasn't saying to pass. Our stun had already finished. I just didn't know if you'd seen it happen. But you kept assuming what I was saying.
But I didn't see what my spell did.
Nothing, because it failed to cast because we were stunned. That's what I was trying to say. You could cast. You were safe to cast again. You didn't need to pass, but you kept interrupting me, and I was like,
Well, you said pass, and that's what I heard. And
no, I didn't. I literally did not. I said not pass. I said do not pass.
I heard pass. I didn't hear the do not.
Do not pass. Go.
Do not pass. Please collect $200. Do not collect $200. No.
What, baby? Hype
I,
Magno.
you were
making
you weren't
noises?
choosing a spell, and I'm like, it's okay to choose a spell. Choose a spell. It's fine. If you get to a Bartleby, you might want to cast it after this round.
I don't know that I have a Bartleby yet.
Okay, I'm just saying it since you got the pips.
Well, I'm throwing something else. I'm throwing my Jin that does the gambit.
Oh. But you don't have anything on you. You should only cast a gambit when you have something on you, otherwise it won't do anything.
It
Typically
does
how it
damage.
works.
It doesn't do as much damage, I don't think.
Oh, okay, as long as it does damage. Because like I'm used to most
Well,
gambits being an
that's what
alt.
happens. Let's see.
Okay.
It's doing
2 overtimes.
594, so for
Alright,
so
cool.
many rounds.
I mean, 2 overtimes. I don't know if it did what the gambit was, because I
Well, I
assume.
had a negative 45% on me too. That didn't help.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I assume like if we hit him with the small like minors, he'll probably die this round. But
Well, he's got two things circling him now for 2 rounds.
it didn't do any damage. It looked like so
No,
maybe
he's
it
going-
explodes.
I think it explodes. I think it goes so many rounds and then it does the damage. I think if I had the blades or whatever it is that boosts it, it would do more damage.
Hmm. He turned himself into a little troll man.
I see that.
It's funny because he actually got taller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The trolls are big guys. Actually, the funny thing is we could summon trolls. I guess there's trolls we work with in one of the worlds because the 110 level allies we can summon are trolls. I summoned a troll life ally, a troll life ally earlier today when I was playing my big character.
Mm.
I'm hoping that did enough damage that like when they explode on him, he dies.
Well,
Oh no, they've got 5 turns before they blow up.
Well,
Oh god.
simply survive.
Okay, so for future notice, maybe cast that Jin on the big guy, because we don't
they
want
were
him going.
I thought they were equal hit points. Sorry.
No, he's just a little guy.
Well, I'm going to
just,
throw a minor on the guy I've already started circling just to do some damage.
yeah, because like 5 turns for 1,000 damage is.
Well,
not
this is the
great.
3rd turn they've been circling.
It said they still had 5 turns.
No, 5 turns total is when it casted. It said 5.
Okay, and I hovered over it, so it said 5 turns still. So I thought that would be literally what it still had time remaining.
I don't know.
Also, it's only been this is the 2nd turn since you cast, not the 3rd. So we'd still have 3 more turns.
This is the 2nd turn it circled them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like,
No, we
it's
killed
still,
him, so it don't matter. And I
that's a really weird high gambit time. I mean, I bet the gambit reduces the time on it. That
It
would be
may
what
be if I have the blades, it reduces it. I bet that's what it says on there. I've not looked at the card when I'm not in combat where I can bring up and it tell me what the card actually does.
Yeah, that's fair. Because I'm betting that's what. Because some of the gambits go faster or are more potent if you can pay the gambit price. Man, he keeps putting smoke screens on me. This is real damn annoying. The good news is he
Look,
keeps
on
hitting
all
my.
of us. I mean, that was the
keeps
one I had to blow through last time. He had done
Oh,
it.
I fizzled my aura. This asshole. I was 0 pips, but still, I like my auras. I'm just gonna soup that up because this guy is just annoying.
All right, I'm gonna throw. I do have a Bartleby. I can save to a Bartleby if you'd rather me save and not throw something. Actually, I'm gonna do a guiding light. That's a 0 pip spell so that I can boost our healing.
Oh, more troll time.
More troll time.
You're gonna get another.
Yeah, I said I probably wouldn't enjoy it, so I wanted to let you know. Yes, you were right. No, I couldn't handle watching the whole movie.
I again, the parts of me that hate
Hello.
stupid humor, I get it from you, Mom. I love you.
Hello. By the way, did you ever get the card from Shaman?
Yeah, I think we got the card from Shaman,
Yes,
right,
we
Duck?
got one
Did you
from him
notice
and
what it
his
said on the
sisters.
card?
Yeah, we got one from him and his sister. Yeah.
Did you see what it said on his card?
Yeah,
The
we're gonna
four of
we'll see him at the con. Yeah, we
No, that's not what he wrote on mine. The card says Merry Christmas from the four of us, and it's only him and his wife and the dog in the picture, as in that's a hint. They're expecting.
that's cool. That's
I
really
thought
cool.
you would have been told that.
Oh,
in the-
He's not the one that opened it.
Did it say from the four of us?
We can
I
go
don't
look. It's on the
know. I can,
table.
yeah, I can go
Okay,
look.
well, that's why I've been waiting 2 weeks to see if you saw that he's expecting. They're doing May.
He's not brought it up, so I'm not pushy
No, he
about
didn't
that
bring
kind
it
of
up.
stuff.
Yeah.
I texted him and said, or no, I actually called him since I have his phone number. I called him and said, "Oh my God, is it saying what I think it's saying?" And he starts laughing and says, "Yes."
That's really
That's
cool.
why
I
they
know they've
wanted
been
to mail me a Christmas card this year.
I know they've been trying for some time, but I just whenever it comes to that kind of stuff, it will always miss me because
Well,
the duck.
I was more focused on the fact that I thought it was cute that he put Zealot's name, but then put Ducky for me.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
So
it's funny
in
because
my
Arbiter does that too.
yes, it's because that's how they both got introduced to you. It's Ducky first.
yeah.
I know it's just
But anyway, I didn't know if you saw the three,
No,
because I'm
so
looking at the picture
so
going,
the
four,
let
wait
me
a minute.
let,
There's a
I'll try to
dog
explain
and two
here.
of them.
So the duck reads everything literal. So maybe the duck saw four but didn't see four, maybe thought there was another pet or something. And
Well, that's what I thought at
I missed
first.
the four entirely. So if it's there, I missed entirely. Because I
think it's
text
the
hits me.
print on the
if you
front
want
on
to
the
if you want to know why I missed it, it's because we got a letter from both him and his sister, and I was trying to figure out who his sister was because I have never met her in my life. And I was like, okay, they have the same last name. They're definitely not married. I'm very confused.
Didn't his sister, wasn't it his sister that came to the funeral with him, or was that,
That was Jay.
huh?
That was my ex Jay.
Okay, that's why I couldn't remember if it was your ex or if it was his
No.
sister.
No.
No, and I'm looking at the picture going, well, either there's a dog I'm not seeing. Oh my God. So I actually had to call him and he starts laughing the minute I said, "Is the card what I think it's saying? It's saying, is it saying what I think it's saying?" And he starts laughing. And I think Danny was on the call too. So
Okay, so I feel less bad about a thought I had, but I don't know how. Again, the reason why I had said anything is my only thought was if I'm right, I don't know how far they are. If
well,
it's
I had to
beginning,
call to verify that I was
I
guessing.
didn't want to be rude, and I'm just like the Miss Shaman doesn't look like how I remember she looked like, but I was also be like, that was 12 years ago, Zealot. Like
Well,
she
see,
can
I
barely
saw
change in
them.
12 years.
What was it, 2 years ago that they were still in Ohio that I stopped to see them on my way out to see you
Right, and
guys?
she didn't look substantially different, but my brain was like, she's changed in 12 years. And I'm like, yeah, of course, brain. 12 years
Yes.
older. Like, duh, brain. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ignore this thought I had and just move on past it because I just thought I was being an asshole.
But yeah, he did say he's coming to the con. So,
Yeah, he told us.
but I didn't know if you guys had seen the hidden kind of the obtuse hint. So,
Well, yeah, because they're not really neither one of them are really active online, and neither one of them really are pushy about their personal life. So,
no, we
I
sometimes
understand.
see him on your Twitch is about all I connect with him, really.
Yeah, that's to be fair. Shaman is very not online. Shaman is very plugged into his real life, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Nope, there's nothing. So
Also,
my best
hello,
friend
Athena.
from high school, whose family still lives in Vegas, I had mentioned showed her the prices for WrestleMania in Las Vegas this coming year. Turns out her son, who still lives out there, has connections. She's like, "Were you serious about wanting to go?" And I'm like, I can't. It's the wrong weekend. I've got stuff at the library that weekend. I can't."
Why do you do this? You should have gone.
It might
Tell
be in Las
me.
Vegas again. No, no, no,
Go. Have
no,
fun.
no, not for the cost it would be. Even if he got me a discount on the tickets, I'd still have the airfare and the hotel stuff. And I got other obligations in April that I can't do that too.
Okay.
I said, not this time, thanks so much, but it turns out that's the wrong weekend because I thought it was on a different weekend or that the stuff I have already committed to was on a different weekend and no, it's right on top of WrestleMania. So, and it's stuff I've already said I would do and I have to. So I said, thank him for trying to help me because that's where she is for Chris. She was for Christmas. I think she may have gone elsewhere now, but she was out there for Christmas and had talked and he had talked to her and they texted me. So what's going on, guys? Who's under the ottoman that you all are acting weird? Magmoo, what's under the ottoman? Did you push the donut under the ottoman again? You know, he loves that blue donut I bought him all those years ago when he was a kitten. And I put it in the living room so he can play with it while I'm on the computer. And nope, there's nothing under there, guys. What are you looking for? I'm not doing the donut's not there. Ellie, get out from between. Nincompoops. I have no spells. Okay. You're healed. I can pitch a spell or two. There we go. I have to pass. I don't have enough pips for any of the spells I had in my hand.
Did we get stunned again? What the hell?
You?
I thought I cast this guy. I know. I thought I cast a shadow spell, but I guess not.
Damn.
Oh, that's what you're looking for. Oh, my lid of my. What is your problem, Mr. Peach?
Was that Peach talking? I heard a meh.
Yes, he's standing now. He was laying. It's like, how dare you get up? I was curled up against you. Sit your butt down.
Damn.
Gotta teach Mom a lesson.
Literally.
Sit down. I'm back down. Sit down.
I did it that time, but it didn't do anything?
What'd you do?
I'm so confused. I cast another shadow spell, but I didn't even do anything. I'm really confused.
Is it because you haven't activated your little shadow guy?
I was trying to. I just remember. I mean, maybe I fizzled it. I don't know.
I was not looking. I'm sorry.
I wasn't either because
I was dealing with whatever. I don't know what the Ellie and Magma are both looking like there's something under the ottoman, but when I raised the ottoman, there was nothing there unless Ellie's trying to crawl under the ottoman. And now Magma's on the opposite side. Maybe they think they're playing with each other under the ottoman. I don't know. Because now he's going around to her side. Or now, I wonder if there's some. Okay, I'm going to have to raise it and see if there's a bug. That's the only thing I can think of. They found a bug yet again. Thankfully, they do that and they find the bugs. So let me move all the stuff off the ottoman so I can turn on its side, guys. Thank you so much.
No more Mr. Bug Guy. No more Mr. Clean.
You say that, but you also literally hype up the boy when he finds bugs.
I do. I don't get mad. I get glad for him.
Well,
I
no,
just
I
get mad.
thank them for helping, but it's like, what the heck? Oh, I wonder if they're tearing. Okay. Wow. Of course, you guys do nothing like this all day long.
Yeah, and then the minute that you're doing something, you know.
You idiot. I've got the ottoman on its side, like we used to put it in your room. And he climbed up, and so now he's on the side of it. The only thing I can see is there's some black thread on the floor, like, you know, from the undercover of the bottom of the ottoman. They're tearing it up.
Bless you.
Yeah, that was a sneeze.
Instead of going achoo, you went
I put my shirt over my mouth, so.
Oh, you changed shapes. And
Well,
you
okay,
gained
now, yeah, definitely now it activated. I have been trying to cast the shadow spell for a while.
so maybe you have to be in your shadow form to cast it?
No, not all of them were shadow form spells. That's how all of them are supposed to work. They just weren't activating. I don't know if
Oh.
I was fizzling because he kept putting smoke screens because this fucker's been doing a lot of smoke screens
I
or
don't know.
what, but this has been kind of rude. I'm like, why can't I cast?
What's
Let
the
me hit this
square-
guy.
What's the square he has on him that's circling him?
What?
There's a
Oh,
square.
he's got a shadow form that requires a price to be paid every turn.
Oh, okay.
Or no, it's my shadow form's price to be paid. If I don't pay the price on that thing every turn, then I take damage, which I'll probably will here because of the boon required.
Wow, Peach. Peach finally climbed up on the ottoman. Now he's up where Magma was a moment ago.
Nice.
You guys are going to be stupid enough and it's going to fall over on its back on its feet. Because I got Ellie, Magma, and Peach all messing with it now.
It's okay, Mom. You got the bug squad on it.
No, there's no bug. I've got it tipped, and they truly are. They're tearing up the cloth on the underside.
Yeah, they've been doing that for years. It's just,
I know, but
just
they're,
doing it in front of you.
they got into it now, and if they think it's big enough, that they can put in there.
The
So I'm
fuck?
gonna have to
What's
What
that,
is
baby?
a snow tube?
Um,
It's a tube. It's literally like a tube, like you would use at a water park, the little donut tubes. But I
use
guess
it on the.
yeah, but I guess made for snow.
I knew people who used inner tubes on the snow in the wintertime at college.
Yeah.
So the black scroll is a penalty price that I have to pay for shadows. In this case, this person takes the shields from my opponent I cast it on. So as long as my opponent has shields,
Why are you
he gets
shooting
bigger.
fireworks at 9 o'clock? Why?
Well,
It's
What?
9 p.m. There's people outside shooting fireworks.
Because it's New Year's and they want to shoot them off as early as they can.
So stupid. Happy
Boys
New
getting
Year,
sold.
905.
I talked to my dad and Rhonda this morning, and they're like, "Well, we'll probably be in bed by then. We want to stay up till midnight, but we probably won't make it." I said, "Well, I won't call you."
Yeah, I've been getting nothing but memes of like, this is how I'm gonna spend New Year's, and it's like already like it on the couch with your laptop open, doing in like a little party hat in a not a kazoo, but you know the little party kazoo
Yeah.
thingy, and then
Yeah.
like watching the countdown, and then as soon as the countdown ends, she like shuts the laptop and throws a blanket over herself.
Actually, I'm calling my friend in Oklahoma City at about 10 till midnight. We're each going to have an adult beverage so we can toast each other in the new year and not be drinking alone because we'll be on the phone with each other. And then I'll probably go to bed shortly after that.
Yeah, that's fair.
We did it last year. We toasted in the new year with each other with our adult beverages in our respective homes and talked for a little bit and then went to bed.
Yeah, it's understandable. I've never really had like a tradition per se. My dad always insisted that cabbage was like it's like good luck to eat cabbage on New Year's or something.
I was hearing my
Yeah, I
coworkers
was
talk
hearing all
about
sorts
eating
of
black
weird
beans.
customs on the 5 today. They were talking about different weird things that people do for New Year's. I'm like, yeah, I don't eat that. Nope, don't eat that.
I mean,
Because Joe,
cabbage isn't that bad, but my dad also literally cooked it with like he would get it. Basically, we always did ham for Christmas, so he would keep the hock from the ham and then cook the cabbage with it. So the cabbage just tasted like bacon.
I can't do cabbage at all in any way whatsoever.
That's fair. It's a stinky vegetable. I know Zealot also has that issue of like if something smells foul, he's like,
See, my family got together. We had food
what
and
am I
drinks.
watching with the gnomes?
And
That's a life spell. They just snap together. They become a super gnome, and they have a weird face. It's
a possessed gnome. That's my spell I throw.
But
I
I'm
can't-
weird for wanting you to watch Romeo and Juliet. Explain this to me.
I think both are weird.
Rude.
Why is that
I know,
rude?
okay, I know lots of friends who love gnomes. I'm not a big gnome person.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the spells I get, so I throw it, but it's not like I was like, I'd rather throw 10 centaurs than one gnome. So, or gnomes. It's gnomes with an exclamation point because there's a bunch of little gnomes. Now Brody's up on the ottoman next to Peach on its side. My God,
I'm
you
a
think you guys
gnome.
never saw that ottoman before in your life? Besides, the most of the damage done to the bottom of the thing is from someone else's cat who always played on it and around it and under it. And when it was on side, that was her domain in your room.
Yeah, as I say, yeah, on the ottoman, sure, but like all the cats have fucked on the ottoman my entire life that it has been around. All of your cats have been like, this
Not
couch,
just
this
mine.
ottoman.
Molly did it too.
I said that.
Yeah,
All
but
the
you said
cats.
your cats. I would say our cats at that time.
That's
Bootsy,
okay.
actually, the funny thing was, is Garfield always kind of
Garfield
reprimanded Bootsy when she would claw stuff.
was. Did we get the Ashley furniture before Garfield passed?
Yes. No, wait,
Okay.
yes, because let's see. Okay, wait a minute. We got Garfield 95 and he died before you left. We got the furniture in 2007, your
Mm-hmm.
senior year of high
I
school.
think Garfield
He-
passed away when I
okay,
was
yes, but
14.
okay, not the Ashley furniture, but the previous furniture. Bootsy would go to claw at one of the couches and he would walk up and smack her because we had told him not to do it.
Well, yeah, he liked the blue couch, and she liked scratching the blue couch, and he got
Well,
mad about it.
and the big green one, that big one with the where he would like chase his tail in the corner.
I don't remember that, but I remember the blue couch. I don't remember the other couch. I remember your green chair that Charlie would sit in, and then she clawed the hell out of that one. And we did had that for the longest time until I went to college. I think that's when you threw it out because
That was my great grandmother's chair. I
yeah,
love that
when
chair.
great grandma went to the nursing home, you decided to get rid of it because Charlie had chewed the fuck
No,
out of it.
the leg had started to break on it.
Well, yeah, because she went to town on the back of it. She used to like climb up the
No, no,
back
no,
of
no.
it.
The wooden legs, one of them was starting to crack. It was going
Oh,
to
see,
break.
I remember her tearing the bottom out of it and tearing part of the back out
No,
of it.
that was that other chair. The big green one you're talking about that she loved to sit in like she was a human. That's was my great grandparents' chair. Then I had that chair with the white stuff on it that they pulled the upholstery off the back of it. And then Bob sat in it after dad. I had that thing until after your dad died. And Bob sat on it one night and it collapsed under him because the legs were breaking.
Oh wow.
And he was on the floor and I had to call Arbiter to come over and help him up because he wouldn't let me help him up,
Oh, that's fair.
which is why it went away from where it used to sit in the doorway. I'm just thankful that it wasn't that he didn't get injured with the chair breaking. So, and there's Mink up on top now. And Mink is starting to act a little differently. Last night, she crawled up on the bed. Brody was at the foot of the bed. She crawled up and laid on the other side of the bed nearest me, turned to me and talked to me, and then wanted me to start petting her. And I started petting her, and she just lay there and let me pet her.
Yeah.
All right, so now go to the lair of the pit boss. Yay. Let me check my spells first and stuff. Oh, please do not attack each other up there. Magma or Peach, leave Mink alone. Jeez. You're going to pull that down on top of yourself, little one, and you won't be able to get out from underneath of it. Because you a chunky butt.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm done with the dialogue. And my cat's got his claw paw. I got to get up and help him. Really? Dummy, you're gonna pull the thing over. Okay, I gotta move. No, off, off. I gotta put it down before one of you kills somebody else. Peach was trying to claw his way up it, and I swear to God, it was rocking like it was gonna fall. Little chonker. Oh. But I did enjoy the first season of House, so I've got the second season ordered. You could use some healing. I'll throw a satyr on you. No, I'm stunned. Yay. Oh, even better than the satyr. Bartleby.
Okay.
So how'd the Star Wars game go Sunday?
Absolute chaos.
Yeah, so apparently our GM did not remember, but there's no like challenge rating system for determining encounter power levels.
Oh no.
So we went through a ham-fisted hard battle fought, and then afterwards we were reading the rules on how like damage works, and we should have died. As so, our the GM was just like, okay, so next time I think I'm gonna tone down heavily what the encounters are. I have a better idea what's going on, and I'm sorry. And we were looking at like the action cards. He's like, all they give for GMs to like do encounters are these little cards. There's nothing on them that makes it clear like what their power level is, like what the expectation of what you're supposed to do against them. It's just a recommended encounter with the card. And he's like, well, there's like 5 of you, so like 2 cards, right? Because that would be like, I don't think it's a bad thought. It's just like they were killing us really hard. And like he had that GM decision of like, well, I could just cold cock my players, but like this is supposed to be like a session 0. We're supposed to be relearning the game. I don't want to kill players off. This is ridiculous. And it like
Yeah, but
he was
just like you guys first played the 5e or whatever it was, the low B campaign I had a character in. That first game, you guys lost people that first session.
Oh yeah, the hard level D&D. But Phil had told everyone going into that this is going to be hard. If you had read the briefing, which most people didn't in the group, he was like, this is supposed to be grim, heavy. I want to kind of push the boundary on like how dire the game can be. So like be prepared for that. And I was like, I understood going in. We had a chance of death. That's why I had built a character that I like if she dies, that's okay. Like I'll move on. Like do I want her to die? No. But like if she does, like I'm okay with it. But I know other people are like, how did I die in like the first combat? Because you guys didn't do teamwork. Because you guys didn't read the homework, which said this campaign is going to be
Okay,
extra
I will
hard.
tell you that before I came out, when I was building my new character, getting ready to build my new character to play this last time when I was out there, I read the stuff he sent me, and I didn't get that at all from what I was reading. I got that there was heavy drama, but it wasn't that it was going to be deadly. I mean, it wasn't that it was. I didn't get what you're saying from what I read.
I think everyone got what you got, but Phil was like, "Did I write that wrong?" I'm like, no, it's exactly what I told my party
No,
for
it
my
depends.
Saturday game.
Depends on what people read when they read. And I was reading it more as a literal, this is the way the world is. So I didn't see some of that in there that you talked about. Because it's like, wait a minute, I did because I went back to read it again because I'm like, what did I miss when I built the character the first time?
Well, so like you missed the part where it was a continuation of the same world, so a lot of the same rules in the previous game would apply. Like there's no hate of devils. Demons and devils are separated. They're two different
But it
things.
didn't mention that in the origin that
It said it's the same world,
it said the same
same
world, but that
universe.
doesn't.
That literally means the same world and same rules. So like devils are allies because Hakajniak is that bad. That's a
I
core.
understand now that, but that's not what I took as an implication from what I read. Okay.
Oh, see, that was the only thing I took.
And remember, I mean, by the time okay, we were dealing with not just, we were mainly not dealing with demons. We were dealing with people who worked with demons or used demons. I mean,
No. Well, like early on in the game, before you joined in the
see,
original high
yes,
level
I know
game,
there's that stuff, but see, I never had dealt with that. So the whole we're allies with the
I
devils never came across all that.
it did when we had the encounter against the first sister, and I used a Bale coin. You freaked out about why did my character have a pact with Bale, and then Bale killed the evil sister, and we found out how depraved she was, and you're like, it was a good thing you had the pact with that devil. I'm like, yeah, they're allies, and you weirded out character and in meta, and we
Yeah,
had to talk
because
to you
no
about
one
that
had kind of explained that to me, and I didn't have.
because up until we had hit that point in the story where those things had been very public, it was a verboten rule of the world at that time. But in the world elsewhere, outside of our kingdom where it was verboten to talk about, in other kingdoms, it's actively promoted. And so like we were dealing with clash of cultures, which is why I feel was like you're in another part of the world, it's the same rules, but they're out about it. They like dragons and they like devils. That was in the core material, and I like when you said I didn't read that, we were just like,
No, I didn't. Honey, I went back through and looked again, and it's really not explained in there.
and that's fine. I think what happened was you missed the first email because Phil didn't send it to you, and that's fine. And the first email it sent Phil to the group, which you weren't a part of because you weren't in the game at the time.
Right.
That was different, and I get that. But when he sent stuff to you, it didn't. The stuff he showed me, he sent you still had a mention of it's the same world setting. So
It says same world setting, but it didn't.
It was
Same
a
world
prequel.
setting doesn't mean that they have the same beliefs that the people we were playing previously had. Same world setting means, okay, yes, there, honey.
Okay, so like I don't want to fight about it, but my only question is, if you had that consideration in question, why did you never ask Phil that?
I didn't ask it because I didn't even think it was something to ask because I didn't know if devils and demons were in this part of the world. This could have been a part of the world that hadn't dealt with them for all I know.
Oh, see, in Phil's game, he made it clear devils and demons are everywhere in the first
I never
game.
knew that, okay? I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fair, because in Chinneria, the start place where we started from, our two characters, well, at least your character, and where the story had started when I joined the campaign, Chinneria's king had basically deleted that history, so no one knew that. But in other kingdoms that weren't human kingdoms, that was well-known information. The Chinnerians were just in denial.
That was information I never got playing Vivian, and I definitely didn't have that knowledge going into play Selena.
So I think the issue is when Phil told you, when you made a striker, he was like, your special forces, like your knowledge is as deep as you ask questions. I think he assumed you might have asked more questions, but you played Vivian as a very straight soldiers type who didn't probe. So like you could have been like XCOM level where you knew everything if you asked enough, but you were more like, I'm doing my job, I do what I'm told, I play it by the book, which is fine.
Well, and which is kind of the way he told me he wanted me to play it when I built the character. When we talked about me coming out to play, the next year.
And that's fine. And again, I don't know those conversations, and that's what
I know, and that's so. Yes, it's the same world, but I don't know that the stuff that happened halfway around the world or in a different time period of that world is the default rules for this part of the world.
Okay, that part I will say, with the lore of the first game, he made it clear the entire time once we knew what had happened, it happened everywhere. The war was all across the planet simultaneous. There
What?
was no safe
Oh, the
place.
gem thing.
No,
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 no, no.
the
The war
Mac
against
rebels and
Sakajniak.
humans were.
The war
Oh,
against Sakajniak was universal in all places, in all times, until Sakajniak was defeated.
It wasn't like a part of the world wasn't subjected to the war in
No, no,
some.
this wasn't Sauron. It was Malgoth, where he's everywhere, ruining everything all the time simultaneously.
Right.
You know, Sauron is a localized evil. That wasn't it.
And see,
Um,
maybe I didn't pick up on that it was all the world at the same time. I thought, okay, he's been doing it, but it's like it'll happen here, and then 150 years later, it's about 200 miles away somewhere else.
you were in. There was an
It's not
event where
simultaneous.
you were in the game for it. There was an event where like these outsiders from across the ocean that no one thought was navigable showed up, and they made it clear that they were the last survivors of their kingdom who fled as Hakajniak's forces swept out their empire. So I think that was Phil's effort to try to fix that, because I think other people had felt that confusion of like, it's just an us issue, right? Like it's just like we're not gonna like find friends in weird places. And he's like, let me put these people into play who are from a place you've never been
But
to and
again,
can't really
okay,
get
that
to.
was quote unquote present time. So then, yes, I understood it was in the past. It was like after everything happened with Hakajniak initially, but I didn't understand that that the invasion was everywhere on the world at the same time when it happened. I
Uh,
guess I didn't understand that.
Again, that's fine. Like I like world building, so like those are the weird things
Well,
I
yes,
think
I like
about.
world building, and but of course, being not there and not always on, it's hard to be a world builder when you're.
I was trying to say, like, when people read stories, like a lot of people fixate about different things. A lot of people read characters and they like
Do you
learning
have
about.
anything bad circling you? Because I have a triage.
No,
Okay, just making sure.
no, you're fine. A lot of people like knowing the stories of characters. I
Yes.
I I'm not that person. I
See,
like
I
knowing
am.
setting and
I want
flavor.
the background. I want the history. I want that um, continuance or that starts with a C. That well, it's a continuum, but it's a it's a continuous story. It's all connected. You know, I like knowing that kind of stuff. That's why I enjoyed your dad's games because he did that. He had a lot of history he had built into the world.
I think with Phil's game, he was making it clear early on that there weren't characters who could tell the tale. So until we found them hiding, like it was on us to discover the lore. And
Right.
I like that. And but not everyone does. But I like archaeology a lot. A lot of
Yeah.
people
So what?
are a lot of people when they do historian stuff look for characters. They like looking for specific stories. I don't. I like looking at maps. I like looking at how battle lines change. I like
There's a
seeing the
reason why I
composition.
find Egyptologists. I mean, there was a part of me that wanted to go into archaeology at one point because I thought the whole deciphering the ancient Egyptians and their world and their theology and their customs. I was fascinated by it because we don't, we're trying to guess what it was, trying to guess the hieroglyphs. And I found that all fascinating. I always have. Ancient cultures. There's a reason why Graham Hancock grabbed me so hard when I saw that miniseries of his.
See, most Egypt centric archaeology is very character driven because the pharaohs made it about themselves. So I always enjoyed when Egyptology delved into places that weren't about a specific person's tomb. So like the pyramids kind of bore me, except for the Great Pyramid of Giza, which is not someone's specific tomb.
yeah, it's multiple.
Not none of them are. The only one that's a specific tomb was the very first one. The Saqqara is the
Right,
only one.
no, but there's specials on the Pyramid of
I'm there,
Giza,
so whenever you want to
but
go in.
like you don't have like the rambling anthologies about the Great Pyramid of Giza like you do like Tutankhamun's tomb or the tomb of pharaohs
That's
in
because Tutankhamun's tomb was such a
Okay, but you're trying to rationalize. Just listen to the point, please. What I'm saying is I don't read stories for characters. I read stories for settings. Settings intrigue me. So like when I started playing this game, I found out I was the only person who really grasped his story because everyone was interacting with characters and not thinking about how they were connected. And I was like, oh no, I'm a dot connector. I love trying to interweave everything, even if it's irrational, because that's why my brain copes. So when I'm introduced to a story, I don't care if the character's a biased perspective. I want to put where they're at. I don't care about their actual narrative. I want to put the places they were at and the locations they were at. I want to see where they ground themselves at and see who were in those same places. And I like learning that information. It intrigues me. But I know that's not a thing for a lot of people. A lot of people like learning one person's story and hearing it manifest out. That's why
Actually, the Pharaohs always kind of bored me. What I thought was fascinating was that the way they were able to build what they built when they were supposedly not supposed to have that kind of technology. How did they build what they built? How
I
did
mean
they?
that view has eroded since I was a kid. Mostly
I know,
because
but when
like
I was a
it's mostly
kid,
because like they impolitely. This is very political, but it'll be for a short second. They de-Muslimed Egyptology thanks to the Muslim Brotherhood. When the Muslim Brotherhood took over Egypt and made it very Islamic instead of secular, a lot of Western Europe's archaeology stuff, which is really well grounded, got repulsed by it and said, "Screw you guys, we'll figure it out on our own." So they went to other non-Egypt sites that were conquered by the Egyptians, which
no,
is why
that's not what
we.
I'm, okay. I understand what you're saying. And I was, it's like growing up, when I was growing up, everybody said they used slave labor to build the pyramids. That was just assumed that nobody would have been able to build the pyramids without slave labor. And it was only after some of the Western archaeologists started looking at how well the pyramids were built and said, there's no way slaves built these.
To be
Yeah.
This
fair,
had to
that
be
is
people, this had to be people who believed as adamantly in the belief as the people that were their overseers.
I will
These were
say
willing workers.
I get what you're saying, and it's a very European thing. It was also a very Muslim thing. Muslim education in Egypt was before Allah. This was an uncivilized place. They
Which,
have
and the Western Europeans are going to view it the same way. How could a bunch of non-Europeans have built something like this?
right. It's ridiculous, but like a lot of the access sites to Egypt were restricted to keep that line towed,
Yeah.
because if they disrupt that line, then it might destabilize the trenched
And you can tell
fundamentalism
that
of it.
Egypt has broken free from some of that. I mean, the whole fact that they finally, you know, Graham Hancock said years ago that the geologist said there is something under the Sphinx. And for the longest time, they said, no, there's not, no, there's not. And then they finally did the excavation under the Sphinx and found this vast
Oh yeah,
underground.
I think it took Mahmoud Zarqawi having the head of antiquities in Egypt. I think it
No,
took
that's
him
Zawi
being
Hawass. Zawi
Zawiya,
Hawass.
sorry, Zawiya. I think it took him being put in prison by the Muslim Brotherhood for him to go, wow, this is fucking ridiculous. I'm not doing this anymore. Because that's what happened.
Well,
When the Muslim Brotherhood
didn't
took
Dad
over
say
Egypt,
he had to flee to Germany. There was a death.
no, he didn't escape. They put him in a prison.
No, he actually did get to Germany, your dad said, when your dad was still
Oh,
alive.
then they must have released him because he was in prison for a time because he was considered to be corrupt, like all of the secular
He
government
had been
was.
corrupted by the Westerners, I think. And I honestly think that happened after he brought that female news journalist over to show her that hidden tomb under the Sphinx.
Yeah, because he was trying to take credit for it as his discovery,
Yeah,
they were
he
like,
didn't
"How
give it.
dare you
Tom
bring
and I were, Tom and I
a
were sitting
foreign
there
woman
going,
in?"
isn't this the thing that Graham Hancock told him was under the Sphinx? That he said,
Shh,
no, it does.
shh, he's taking credit for it. Graham Hancock's not a real archaeologist. Shut up. And
Conspiracy
I mean,
theories.
Graham Hancock would say he's not an archaeologist. He's just a historian. That's his whole gimmick. He's
Actually,
never
he
claimed.
doesn't call himself, I don't know if it's just a historian. He's just somebody who wants to just,
Oh no, sorry. He calls himself a journalist. That's what he says.
yes,
He,
he's a
his
journalist who's
his
who's into history.
Yeah, he's never professed to be an archaeologist, which is why Zahi Was was like, "You're wrong. You don't know archaeology." And Graham's like, "I don't, but I know architecture. This doesn't make sense."
And even worse is Graham would bring in the experts like the geologist or the climatologist who said the Sphinx has been weathered by has been in a rainforest. It is pitted like it's been in a heavy rainstorm.
Again, this is why when Göbekli Tepe got found by the Turks and they protected it for a while because they were fearful of how progress would go, he jumped on it and was like, listen, you guys can control whatever you want me to do there. I just want to go there.
Yeah.
Because like it was the completion of his human history didn't start in 3000 BCE. It's got to be older because
No,
things
yeah.
don't make sense.
His whole, I mean, you said he's changed it from 10,005 to something else now, but
I
that's
think it's
far older
11,000.
than,
Yeah.
huh? That's far older than any archaeologist wanted to believe that people have been here. And also, the sad thing is, okay, the man I knew in college who was a strict creationist, and he believed that the world was only 3,000 years old because that's what the time frame would come out for if God did everything in 24-hour days. And we're
Ugh,
sitting there talking
I
today, and I
hate.
said,
Ugh,
I said, how do you know it was a 24-hour day?
you
Well,
don't.
because God, I said, it doesn't say anywhere that it was a 24-hour day when God created the world.
In First Peter, it literally says a day is a day
Yeah,
is like
actually,
1,000
it
years,
says
and
that in
1,000 years is
Psalms
like a
too,
day.
doesn't it? No, in Psalms, it also says better is one day in your courts than 1,000 elsewhere. I mean, it talks about that
I know,
time is
but Peter
different for
Peter
God.
Peter used the differences in David's talk. David's talking about how time doesn't matter to David because the minute he gets to heaven, he all of the time he's spent on earth will be minuscule. In Peter's version, Peter is trying to make people aware that time doesn't matter to God. Like
Right.
it's a construct and constricting us. We have a limited existence. God
God
is
created
not limited.
actually, God created the construct so that we could handle living our life. Because if we had no way of demarcating time, people wouldn't take care of themselves. You know?
I mean, that's a fine view. Peter's was more of just going down the like, you don't need to bind yourself to time because God does not observe
Well, I
time.
mean, think about when God did creation, he specifically put a day of rest. Not that God needed a day of rest, but he put a day of rest in there because he knew humans would work themselves to death and never take a day of rest if he didn't say you needed to.
Especially because we like exploiting each other, and he knew power hierarchy.
Yeah.
And like,
So, I mean, I looked at Andrew was his name, and I said, where does it say in the Bible that a day is 24 hours? Because, I
it
mean,
doesn't.
let's talk about the time when Moses raised his arms and the battle went for how many hours and the sun never set, as long as Moses had his hands up.
Also, like that event would just be really deleterious to the entire world, just to. But at the same time, like ancient history is weird. Like if you start delving into everyone's mythologies, there's weird events that are
Why do
anomalous
you
that
think?
like
That's also part of the reason your mom read all the different mythologies. I found them fascinating. How people who supposedly people who left the Tower of Babel came from the same origin, and then the stories become this, which is also why I took the class in college that was on the idea of the archetypes that every culture has certain archetypes in their stories, that we all have this common archetypes that we have in our stories. We all have a Samson type, Beowulf, Samson, that kind of thing. We all have a flood. We
Oh,
all have,
yeah.
the God who is sacrificed because that's the way the world will be saved. You have Balder in the Norse mythology, So I found it fascinating to see these common kind of threat. I found it fascinating to read. And it's not, and people are like, my mom was worried that it would like cause me to stop following the belief I follow. And if nothing else, I feel like it strengthened that belief because I saw the evidence that they actually had interacted with and understood they were interacting with God at some point to have some of these stories. They just named them differently, and followed different beliefs with them. So,
Yeah. Well, and
I mean,
that's what I've talked to Zealot about before whenever it's something I realized I also had an interest in whenever I started taking my art history class, because you get to a point where you're looking at subject matter and time periods and these entire separate parts of, separate civilizations that had there was no way they knew each other. Like we're talking like North America's and Europe, for example, like weirdly same time period, and like you said, there's like weird continuities between like the stories and like the cave drawings, and
well, and actually, so the
it's
In art, the philosophy and religion professor who taught it was basically a class on um, heroes. Basically, we read the Kalevala, we read Beowulf, we read uh, Gilgamesh.
Hmm.
We read the heroic tales from the different things, and he basically was putting forth and this was something that was being put forth at that time, that all of humanity has subconscious architects that people who have never interacted with each other have a similar story in their culture when they never like the
Yeah.
flood, the flood, say the historical Hebrew flood with Noah, but yet people who are in remote Siberia who would never have interacted with the ancient Jews
Yeah.
have a flood story.
Yeah. Yeah. That
And so
and
he basically said
that
it
was something that my art history teacher mentioned too, was that like there she didn't go on a ramble about it, but it was clearly like a subject that you could get into, because obviously looking at art history, it's a lot of religious stuff.
I did
So,
take a 300 level art history course in college as part of my history degree.
mhm.
I did it was it was the northern, oh, it was Northern Renaissance art, which the Northern Renaissance art is completely different from the Southern Renaissance. I mean, it turned out I would have rather done the Southern Renaissance art than the Northern Renaissance art. Bosch and that kind of stuff just is not
Mhm.
my idea. Um,
That's
and
fair.
10,001 different virgin and child pictures, so of the
Well,
different.
yeah. I mean, I feel like you would have dealt with that regardless of which Renaissance it was, but yeah.
Yeah, but the ones in the north, and in the north, you had a lot more of the, we're going to paint the pictures of hell, what we think hell's going to look like, and that kind
uh
of thing.
okay.
That's because northern Italy during the Renaissance was mostly
Not
occupied
Northern
by what.
Italy. We're talking Netherlands. The Northern Renaissance
Oh,
was
oh, okay. So you're talking
like
like
Hieronymus
Calvinism.
Bosch was
Yeah,
Dutch.
the Calvinists. So like they were Catholics who became Calvinists. So they were heavy into determinism, heavy into hell. They weren't heavy
Yes,
into philosophy.
like
Uh
the something of earthly desires. I forget. The famous paintings by Bosch and some of those others. Um, those were really dark and ugh.
yeah.
That's the best way I can describe it. Is ugh. I mean, and I found out doing that. Now, see, my professor who was my advisor was really into art history. He really wanted to make sure part of what he felt understanding a time period was you also had to understand the cultural stuff, the art, the music, the literature.
Yeah.
That helped give you a rounded view of what that culture really was. And he was really big into the Southern Renaissance, the rich colors of Titian, Raphael, Michelangelo. You
Right.
know, and I will admit I'm a big Raphael Titian. And then so I the only art history course I could get into was Northern Renaissance, and I really hadn't studied enough to know what I would be studying.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's
it's
what
like,
that was my first thought, is going into it, you're picking an art history class. You probably don't know the difference between northern and southern
no,
Renaissance.
because there's like what 100, 200 years difference between the two Renaissances. The
Yeah.
Yeah,
Northern
because the Second Renaissance is post Enlightenment art,
Yes.
and it's all about how the Catholics have ruined the version of God, and we must go to a simplified,
Yeah.
brutal, almost like
Yeah, that's where you yeah,
Islamic and
that's where
Judaic
you
influenced God rather than a Christian God.
yeah, that's where
yeah,
you get into brutalism, I'm pretty sure. So,
yeah. So it was just,
It,
I mean, I
to be fair,
enjoyed the
it's why
class.
like not art related, but art related. It's why like there's two board games that with the group that we play board games with when we play marathon games. I really like playing is Here I Stand and Virgin Queen because the two periods cover like obviously the Protestant Reformation, but you get to see play out the dynamic of how religion changes heavily. And we have a
mhm.
gentleman in our group who's very Catholic, and he will tell you everything wrong with the Protestant thinkers and philosophers of that time. And from a Catholic perspective, he's not saying anything wrong.
I was going to
But
say, are you
from
talking about Jim?
yeah, because if you take a Catholic view, everything he's talking about, the brutalism, the extremism, the
Yeah.
almost near like God is awful to us view of reality,
Yeah.
that's all grounded in like Catholic thought. Like we are abhorrent
Yeah.
to that. Whereas like
Yeah, it's
Enlightenment
yeah.
says We must
I mean,
explore these
if
because
it
we
weren't
don't
for the
know.
fact that it was a Protestant, the Cotton Mather, in the hands of an angry God, the sermon about how God punishes us that the Puritans did. I mean, Puritans and
Mm,
those harsh Catholics could almost be two sides of the same coin
yeah,
because
unironically,
of how
yeah.
angry God is. Both of them have God being angry and punishing.
Yeah.
To be fair, like I was to say, like when him and I have those conversations, I usually bring up like the Calvinists only wound up there because they thought the church got lost, but the message was right.
Oh, wait a minute. Before you go further, let me look at the map because we still have to find the vanilla ice and I know where it is. Okay, bring up your map so I can kind of point to you so when we get there, you can help me remember.
Okay.
See the little girl in pink at the top?
Uh huh.
There's a little divot below her.
Uh huh.
Somewhere in that area is where the vanilla ice is.
Okay.
Have we been there yet?
I don't think so because
Okay. All
the
right,
way
just
over
tell
there looks blocked on this end, so we'll have to go.
But yeah, no,
well, don't we need to oh, we need
I enjoy talking to Jim. I He is clearly very confident in his opinions most of the time.
why am I not freeing the miner?
And
Because
like
I keep touching them first, Mom. That's
and,
they
and
Oh,
keep.
okay.
but I feel like he's a good example of a Catholic person because he's okay with like acknowledging there's he's okay with acknowledging that there are problems with the Catholic Church and that the Catholic Church does not always necessarily
Mom,
do
if you
good.
I'm
go up
freeing them.
ahead,
Hon. They're respawning and I'm freeing them. I've got
okay,
two more.
because I ran into a little chamber where there was like 5 of them, so
But yeah, so but no, it was something that I got really interested in, and it was funny because I actually met Zealot I think while taking that class, so I had a lot of fun conversations talking to him about like the religion aspect of it because obviously like in college you can talk about religion, they have religion
Wait,
courses and stuff.
pardon me, Dad. Did you come talk to Lambert? He's got a yellow question mark.
Your
yeah, I just talked to
son
him.
your son is currently getting stuck on a
I just talked to Lambert though.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I just did too. Okay, we're ready to go stop Rasputin.
Yeah, but before that, maybe we try to get to the vanilla ice.
Rasputin.
Okay.
It looks like if we go all the way around on this, we should get over there. I don't
We
think there's
should.
another. So. No, I think the thing is like I grew up in a house where like enlightenment was not scary to our religious views, but there's a lot of Christians
Yeah.
who are deeply like paranoid that the
This
enlightenment will erode their faith.
test. You
Well,
go ahead and
wait,
look.
that's the flower. So the vanilla ice is on the other. I don't see the vanilla ice.
No, the
Are you sure?
flower, we've already gotten the rose.
I know, but where you pointed at on the map is where the rose was, not the vanilla ice.
Oh. Okay, I'll have to go look. I've got the map up. Oh, I lost anyway with the silver chest. Let me go over and look. I still got it open.
But yeah, but what I was saying is
Oh, okay. I was
um
wrong. Okay, bring up your map.
Okay.
Sorry.
you're fine.
Sorry, Ducky. Go ahead. Um,
Well,
okay.
if you gotta direct them, it's fine.
Okay. Down in the bottom corner right, you see the penguin and the emerald.
Yeah, okay. It's in the mines down there.
It's in that little crevice,
Okay, follow me
straight
then.
up from the to the north.
It's you gotta stop. I know where it's at. It's winding. Just follow me, please.
Okay, I'm coming.
But
I gotta go.
but what I was talking about is like I had fun taking that art history class because it kind of got me thinking on religion again because I've avoided religion for a long time as
Did you go left
as
or
a
right?
subject.
I went right and then left. There's two bypasses.
And it was fun talking to Zealot because I can't remember what exactly it was. I'd have to go really far back in our messages, but there was a religious site. I want to say it got bombed. Oh no, I can't remember it. It was a really old religious site that was also like a dig site. I want to say it was like maybe
Got it.
Middle Eastern.
All right. So was it in Afghanistan or Syria? Because
I
either
think Syria because I
okay.
remember
So that would
talking
be
to you about it.
yeah.
because
It's the Croix de Chevalier. They blew up the Templar Castle, the largest castle in the world.
yes,
ISIS did. Fuck ISIS.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And that was the worst part was
Oh,
that
I'm out where we need to go in to stop Rasputin.
well, and the worst part of
Oh, yeah.
it was that my because the only reason I learned about it was because my art history teacher had kind of a not great quality picture of it. And somebody in my class being a little shit was like, "Do you not have a better picture of it?" And she was like, well, you see,
It's not here
it's
anymore.
not there anymore." So
Yeah,
and
no,
and
because we also talked about like the Taliban blowing up the Buddhist sites.
Well,
yes.
look what
The
they
Tali-
did. Okay, look what happened when the Muslim Brotherhood took over Egypt
They started
with
closing
some
down.
of the antiquities.
Yeah, they started closing down and destroying Egyptian items of artifact from thousands of years ago.
Why are they
Because-
destroy? I understand
Because
being
it
petty.
contra-
I understand
Because
being petty and holding on
okay,
to them. Why
it's
do you
not petty.
destroy?
It's not.
one of
It's
the
not
ma-
petty. It's
why, Ducky.
religious. It's
Ducky,
religious.
here's the thing. According to Islam, it is wrong to have pictures of God or gods or anyone because that if you make a picture of someone, you're making them a god.
I was also
Uh,
to
So
say
if there are
it's
pictures of people and statues, you need to destroy it because those are idols. They are
I was
false
also going to
gods.
say there's a long entrenched since like the Crusades view of Islam, which is the only way to conquer the world properly and make it Islamic is to destroy everything that is not Islamic in it, which means any history that predates Islam is the first to be targeted.
Which
Because
I hate to say it, but we have conservative Christian groups
yeah,
out
no.
there that do the same thing.
oh yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with that.
try to pretend the Native Americans don't exist in so many fashions, or that African Americans don't have souls, like shit like that. It's all similar. It's this whole
No,
weird.
it's even the archaeology that there is no way that the Egyptians could have built the pyramids. It had to have been white people. It's
Yeah.
the whole reason why that kingdom with the rounded walls, when that was discovered, it was believed that it had to have been white people because they didn't believe people, the ancient peoples, were smart enough to make
They're smart
rounded
enough.
walls.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah,
It's why for the
That the
longest
African
time.
nation disappeared.
yeah.
It's why for the longest time, historians and archaeologists deny that there were pyramids in Latin America, because if they gave the
If
historical
they
time
acknowledged
period,
it.
if they
If
acknowledged
they
that there were
acknowledged it. The world.
yeah, because it would ruin
Hi,
a lot of.
let's see, Athena, howdy.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I put that a while back, but
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
no,
we've been talking. Diana's watching the screen,
no, no,
so
no. But no, like pyramids in Latin America were a thing
yeah,
that was
I
hard to
know,
fight
I
for.
know.
Like
They
the
couldn't believe.
Mayans, the
Yeah.
Mayans, like for hundreds of years, there were concerted efforts to deny the Mayans actually ever existed, despite natives
Which one do
claiming
you want me
for
to target?
let's go for the key.
The key? Okay.
There were natives going like, there's things out here in the jungle that none of us know the ancestry of. They're older than our peoples, and the historians like, you're just lying. You're on the peyote, even though that's not from that region. You're on the peyote.
Oh my
Believe it or
god.
not, it literally took like a native tribe of Guatemalan Mayans dragging white historians out there going like, what the hell is that?
What is it? Tell me what it is.
Because the Yucatan Peninsula has like 4 or 5 Mayan pyramids on it.
Well, and then you have the temples of the moon, sun, and moon, which
Yeah.
mirror the constellation. That was one of the things
Right.
Graham Hancock pointed out.
Right.
They mirror the Milky Way or the constellation that's above them.
There's
Yeah.
no way they understood the celestial bodies. How would they have navigated
How would
by
they
seeing
know?
them?
How would they know how would
And
they know
see,
about the stars?
So Zealot was only about 10 when we saw that show. And I'm sitting there and going, oh my God, he's just found proof of the evidence of Babel, the Tower of Babel. To me, it was evidence
Wait,
that
with what?
this is evidence
the
of
constellations or
No, no,
okay,
because
no. Here, can I do this? So basically, Graham found all these different ancient monuments, Angkor
Uh-huh.
Wat, Chichen Itza, the pyramids, Stonehenge, and there are constellations that tend to be over them at certain times. And he
Right.
basically was talking about how this shows it was a people that had something in common. He honestly said at one point, and unfortunately for a while he went with the whole Atlanteans, that they were Atlanteans who escaped Atlantis and they were trying to remember the culture they came from. And Don and Paul, a friend of ours, and I were watching this, and I looked at Don one night and I said, oh my God, he's just justified proof of the Tower of Babel. And Paul's like, what are you talking about? And I said, according to the Tower of Babel, the story in the Bible, the people after the flood decided that they wanted to build a tower high enough that they would reach God and could be like God and get the knowledge of God. And God's like, if they can do this, what else can they do? We need to spread them about the earth. So let's mix up their languages. And all of a sudden, one day they woke up and they couldn't, not everybody could understand everybody. And so the
Right.
like language groups wandered off. And to me, since these monuments all have similar architectural styles at their basis,
Mm-hmm.
that means they come from a similar common background.
Oh, okay.
And to me, it proved the Tower of Babel.
Okay.
I will say he still believes in the Atlantis theory. He just puts the two together now. He thinks the Tower of Babel story in the Bible is
About Atlantis, or that Atlantis
is about Atlantis, and that basically the landmass they were all on is covered
Wait.
in seed now.
I was
Well,
gonna
no, that
say,
was
wait,
Pangea
the
that got
Tower
broken.
of Babel. That's not, that is or is not what caused the flood.
No,
It's
no.
post flood. It's
Okay,
post flood.
Post flood.
So here's what
Okay.
happened. Post flood, all the, Noah and his sons
Right.
started populating the earth again, but they all stayed in one area. So we're talking generations after Noah.
Right.
We don't know how many, but several generations after Noah. All the people have stayed in one place. They still all speak the same language.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, let's build a monument. Let's build a tower so we can reach God.
Oh, okay.
And that's when God mixed up the languages.
Yeah. Okay. That's what it was. Sorry. It's been a minute.
No, it's okay.
So a lot of Atlantis believers tend to take the view now that Tower of Babel was at Atlantis, and that when the water started to recede in most of the world for them people to be at,
Uh-huh.
wherever Noah and his family's generations populated at initially, probably became flooded by the water receding in other places.
Right.
Actually,
So like Graham
that's not
Hancock thinks
true,
it's Graham
because
Hancock's.
they have found flood strata in the Grand Canyon. There is
That's
the flood.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said at all.
It sounded like you were saying the flood was a regional flood.
You're yelling. Why are we yelling?
It's because I got told immediately I'm wrong, and the person wasn't listening to me at all.
No, what I
And
heard-
it's just like, that's not what I said. I said the Atlantean believer theory is that post-flood, as waters receded
Mm-hmm.
and land was reclaimed, it had to go somewhere. Probably wherever the people who were in the flood at was in like a caldera or something. There's a reason why all of the Noah's Ark finders keep going to a place in Turkey thinking it's there, is because they're like, well, it could have been here. And the area looks like it was a lake at one point, but it's dried out.
Well, actually, it's because the ark was up in the mountains, and somebody found the ark in the mountains, and that makes sense because the ark came to rest on a mount called Ararat.
Okay, to be fair, that person got disproven. The new locations in Turkey, and the Turks go, no one can come up here, because on the off chance it is here or not here, it will ruin the tourism industry in Turkey. So they have prohibited most people from going to the site.
See, a lot of the people in the 70s, when they first had taught words, when it was first spoken about that the ark had been found in the mountains in Turkey, because the problem is the Bible says Mount Ararat is where the ark came to rest. Well, as in with a lot of cultures, there's multiple mountains that are called Ararat. So which Mount Ararat did it come to rest on? And there's one in Turkey. And supposedly there were expeditions that, or somebody saw it from a plane maybe originally. I don't remember. I remember reading In Search of Noah's Ark when I was a kid.
The white pastor who went up there claims he pulled off a piece of lumber from it, which would have violated Turkish law.
I don't
So
even
when I-
remember. I don't
That's the only thing
remember
I know from that stuff is there's
My problem is if the wood was really thousands of years old, it wouldn't be wood anymore. It would be stone. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
it
right.
would be petrified wood, which is a
It'd be
rock.
and it was clearly not petrified wood. He was holding like a old but still clearly wood piece of lumber. and it's like it would have petrified,
Look.
or it would be like
And
emulsified,
there
or
was
maybe in
belief that
amber.
My only
Not
comment is
allowed-
that I hope he has his tetanus shots.
Well, and here's the other thing. So then different countries, Christian countries kept, archaeology groups or, Christians wanted to go and investigate to see if it was really there. And because at that point, Turkey had become Muslim.
It's been Muslim for hundreds of years, Mom.
Yeah. Well, this was the early 20th century, so it was a Muslim, and they believed. A lot of people then put forth the theory that they were doing it to keep from from giving evidence of the Christian Bible. So
To be fair, in Islam, Ararat is a holy mountain. So most people take the view that they're just doing it for their own religious reasons, not that it's meant to deny people. But people who are believers and nutty about it, they're only going to take
unless
their view.
in the 60s and 70s, people kept saying this was the end times, and they got nutty about this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, because they don't like reading the passages of the Bible where Jesus keeps telling them, "I don't even know the hour of my return."
They don't want to believe that, It's like
Yeah.
it's like our good friend Michael, who's now passed away, that she kept like studying every single new agey book that talked about the end times. I mean, she insisted on ordering through Interlibrary Loan that book that was written by the two Russian geeks who claimed a computer deciphered the secret message in the Bible. And I looked at her and I said, so and so's name. If Jesus says he doesn't know the time of his return, two idiots in Russia are not going to be able to use a computer to figure it out. And she didn't like me saying that.
Would you say that was wrong?
No one is going to be able to write a computer program to feed a Bible through the computer program, and it's going to figure out God's hidden message.
If you have a guardian spirit, you may want to eventually cast on you. They're going hard
And
on you.
unfortunately, I don't have one that's come up, and I did heal myself, but I don't have any more healing spells coming up right now. So I'm doing 0 level stuff as much as I can. And I'm hoping I get a Bartleby. Wow.
Excuse me.
You're
No, Bartleby.
excused.
For now. After this fight, we can be we'll be done for Wizard for the night because it'll be the end of the dungeon, I think.
Well, no, that's fine. And it's 9 o'clock. We've been playing for what, a couple hours?
Yeah.
And I got some stuff I want to do before I mix my adult beverage to have with my friend.
You keep saying adult beverage, and I'm just like, just say you're making a drink. That's all I was saying.
I'm going to have a rum and Diet Coke. I'm not going to open a bottle of wine for 1 glass. That just makes it tempting to keep drinking it. No.
That's okay.
So I'll make a Diet Coke and rum.
I'm currently drawing art to post whenever New Year happens. And I was even talking to Zella about like I don't even like champagne, but I'm drawing myself on a champagne bottle because it's New Year's and people associate the two. I was I don't like champagne. It's kind of eh. If I were to drink something bubbly, I'll drink something good.
I probably could get some champagne that you would actually like because it's sweet. I don't like regular champagne because it's too dry tasting. I don't like the bitter.
Yeah.
I like the sweet stuff. And so there's bubbly Moscatos or pink champagne, cold duck that you can mix with 7-Up, so it makes it even more bubbly. That tastes nice.
I mean, it's not the bubbles that I thought that was cool. There wasn't a lot of taste to it, and then it had the tart of the alcohol, and I was like, So
I once had a person, somebody I know through an organization, and I said something about I don't drink dry wines, I only drink sweet wines, and the person looked at me, or maybe it was that snobby lady at that one winery you and I walked into while Dad was parking the car. Well, when your taste matures, you'll appreciate the dry wines. And I said, well, to be blunt, I hope my taste never matures.
Yeah.
I like the wines I like. I don't want something that makes my face screw up into an ugly.
Yeah, no, literally same.
If I wanted to put something that dry in my mouth, I would just, lick sandpaper.
No, I would drink coffee without any flavor.
I almost made a vulgar comment. I'm like, nah, I'll refrain from that. But then I had a, like
It's
another.
okay. I had the thought of, well, if I want something that tastes that bad, I'll just call your husband.
Oh my God.
It's
Wow.
okay. It's okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
we were just,
Oh my God.
had the
Ducky.
we were
dark
the
thought.
same one.
Wait,
We were
wait,
the
wait.
same vulgar thought because I was just like, like clearly you
Okay, I
me-
have to say, Ducky, you channeled me because that is something I would have said when my husband was alive, and I could get away with saying stuff like that because I had a man in my life. But
Yeah.
I think I have said something very similar to that in the past, because I could be more blunt than most of the guys I hung out with, because I found that the only way to keep them from trying to embarrass me was if I got even more blunt back at them.
Yeah. If you out embarrass them, then they're like, wait a minute.
If they realize they can't embarrass me, and I'm just gonna like make them go, oh my God, I can't believe she went there, you know. But no, it's like I was thinking of, I don't want to drink something that's so bitter that it makes my face screw up into as an ugly caricature of a face as yours is. But
Yeah.
See, my vulgar thought was like, hey, at least you know what? I'm glad you're a swallower. Would have been my only comment. Like. So like I'm just I'm glad that I had the same
I really,
thought.
I understand now why your dad always had a problem with you and I being so graphic, and Dad would be embarrassed by it.
Because like the thought of like your husband must still be so proud you don't spew it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. No, I don't. I usually I have those thoughts, but I don't vocalize them.
Oh my god! So
You have to get me really mad to actually have me say something like that to
we
your
had a
face.
holiday. We had a holiday party before Christmas at my workplace for the
Mhm.
office.
Uh-huh.
And so we were allowed to have alcohol, so we were drinking during work hours. And one of our coworkers brought in like cheap champagne, but brought in cranberry juice, so we were having like cranberry shooters.
Oh
And we were
yeah,
having
cranberry
conversation.
juice is bitter too. Ooh.
And so like we were having them, and like the conversation went down like scuttlebutt in my workplace, and talking about like why couches disappeared. And I said, so like people removed the couches because there were too many people being caught horizontally laying. And everyone was like, oh my god, I can't believe you said that, Zealot. And then from that point on, I watched as my coworkers, as they were drinking more and more champagne, said more and more vulgar things, talking about all of the gossip and drama. And I'm watching, we have a young guy in our office who joined like last year, so he's new. He's like fresh out of grad school, like 24, 25. And he's just going beat red because most of my branch is women. And they're vulgarly talking about all the sex affairs that would happen in the 80s and 90s in the workplace. And
Oh
how
my
like
God.
culture has completely changed. And he's just like clearly like red in the face.
It's just like,
and
I don't think I'm supposed to hear this.
And at one point, I'm just like, guys, a moment ago, you guys said I was being scandalous for saying horizontally laying. You just literally talked about our deputy director and his secretary taking handsy up in the garage. I'm the shameless one, and everyone burst out laughing. And I just like, and the poor young guy there's just like, the hell is going on? I'm like, it's okay. If you need to leave, it's fine. Like, and the
Okay,
women
but
are
just
laughing casually.
the warning I will give you, based on it, if you're able to have that kind of talk. When you were a baby, I worked at a tire store, and I was one of two women that worked there. Everybody else was men. And the men would try to embarrass me when I first started working there by saying stuff. And one of the guys was talking about certain sexual acts between him and his wife and something. And they looked at me to see if I was embarrassed. And he was bragging about going 2 times to get back to back. And I said, that's great. He's like, well, what? I said, and I just held up my hand, 5 fingers up, and I said, until you can go this way, you're still not, you're still a beginner. And he just, all the men stopped for a moment and realized what I had just said, and they all quit picking on the pregnant lady. Actually, I was pregnant with you. You weren't a baby. I was pregnant with you. And so go fast forward several years later, you were only like 2 years old and I had to take the car in because I kept taking my car there after I quit working for him because I did good work, took the car in to have the tires rotated. And this guy that I had embarrassed that day is now back there working again. And so we're talking and he asked, you know, how's everything going? And I said, fine, how are you and your family? Oh, I got a divorce. Are you still married? And I said, yes, happily. So it can bite you in the butt that somebody will go, oh, hey, she likes sex a lot. I'll ask her out. No, I'm
I mean,
I'm
I work
good.
in my branch. On the day we were having that holiday party, it was the 6 women in my office and me and the young guy. The other 3 guys in my office were out, and there was one more woman who was out because she wasn't feeling well that day. So it's just him and I, just like sitting
Okay,
there,
but
and I'm
important
just
question, was Bryn there?
no, she was out sick.
Pain.
Brenda would have enjoyed the
I
convo
know, that's
because,
what
like,
that was my thought. She would have loved the
because
shit talking.
most of the women in my office can be very catty, and so like it was clearly like them decompressing some of the culture drama they've seen in the 20 years or so they've been there, 10 to 20 years, and I'm just like, I got here at the end of that kind of stuff. I do remember my deputy director getting, you know, walked out of the building, and for a time his picture wasn't on the wall of deputy directors because he took his secretary every time he went overseas, even though she wasn't clear to travel.
Smile.
oh no.
Yeah,
Smile.
which
Was
means
he
that
married?
he would sometimes order closures in the garage, and they would take walks to the garage.
Okay, wait a minute. Was he married?
Uh huh.
He would
Mm.
order.
Uh huh.
I'd be like, bitch, I gotta go home.
And apparently, like they're like, and like, I mean, that's freaky, but they were like, yeah, that's
Oh
not
my
even as bad as
God.
it used to be. That like office like meeting rooms would get closed down, and they actually like fired people who were having scheduled meetings weekly.
Oh my
Yeah.
Oh my
I was just like,
God.
holy shit.
You're
That's what
kidding.
I was like, and I'm like at the as the
Okay,
conversation, I'm like,
okay.
That's
One,
crazy.
I'm not surprised. I'm not stunned. I actually would expect that kind of stuff to be going on.
no,
So,
like that's what I told. And as the day was winding down, I told the young guy, "You need to watch the movie Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy." And he's like, "It's a good." I'm like, "It's a good spy movie, but it's a good example of the culture of work they're talking about." Because in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, at the Christmas party, people are just macking and hooking up in the midst of Gary Oldman going, "My wife is cheating on me with one of my coworkers."
mm,
And like I watched it with Duck. I don't remember if you when they had the Christmas party scenes, everyone's just like
No, I
sloppily
know.
kissing each
I
other while
know.
they're drunk.
And he was just having an existential crisis with his drink, like, I'm not
Because
having
like
fun.
the man sleeping with my wife is a Russian spy.
Yeah.
It's just like
It can't just be normal cheating, you know? It has to be the
it
double
has to be
fucking whammy.
espionage. Yeah, it has to be espionage.
yeah.
It's just like, yeah. So you gotta watch this movie. Why? It's gonna make this experience here and this conversation feel less insane.
And the
Because
sad
like,
thing is, like when the whole thing happened with the Navy, where it came out that a whole bunch of high up Navy guys, when I was in college in the 80s, and there was a bunch of women that got sexually harassed.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a bunch of high up Navy people who I forget the name of the scandal. It was basically there was a Christmas party at a hotel somewhere, and
oh my god, you're reminding me that there's a streamer on this platform. Well, used to be a streamer on this platform, who his father was in the military. I think he was in the Marines. He got charged, and so people usually say he's just like his father, and it's not because like his father did grape, but he was a sexual assaulter, and he's like he constantly gets called rapist and stuff like that. He's like no. He didn't. He
I
never. It
can't
wasn't.
remember the name of the There was a name applied to the scandal, and I want to say I'm gonna have to look it up now.
Because it was a common thing. Like a lot of those officers knew they couldn't cross into penetrative behavior, but they would touch and violate people's personal boundaries.
Supposedly, it went
And
farther than that with this one scandal that I'm talking about
oh,
that
okay,
happened in
because
college.
I know there was a scandal involving the nuclear program, where basically, like, if you were a woman and you weren't willing to perform certain activities, you never got your clearance.
Tail, I knew Hook was in it. I kept wanting to say Sandy Hook, and that was the shooter.
Yeah.
Tail Hook scandal happened in 91. I thought it was earlier than that, but
Oh,
okay.
no. Most of the military sex scandals have been post 1990.
Okay. But it wasn't something that we wouldn't disbelieve, to be honest.
No,
because
but like
we-
the nuclear program one with the Air Force, that happened in like the last 20
oh
years.
crap. I don't
And it
have.
like it like eliminated most of the people who were cleared to turn the key for the nukes.
Okay, I'm passing
for
and I've
time.
got a Bartleby. I need to get the pips for it. I know you're about ready to die. I'm sorry. I did get rid of the fire that was circling you with a triage. So
I got baby healing on me, but yeah, not a lot.
no, but I got rid of the fire that was damaging you.
Oh, he's gonna beat me again. Yeah, this particular form of the shadow monster has been hitting me pretty damn hard. But yeah, no, it's like the military. It wasn't until recently that a lot of the sex scandals involving the military came to light. Like women, like I dealt with women in my workplace who, when I worked in employee affairs stuff, who would approach me and be like, "Listen, I dealt with like reproachment and vulgarly being told that because I didn't have an equipment and I couldn't whip it out, I would never get above a lieutenant colonel."
I can believe that.
And it's like, one, that's just really uncomfortable. But two, like yeah, I don't know what you do there. Like, if you quit, you make them you justify them
Yeah.
Mhm.
by quitting, and you have no way of elevating up for it because you don't know who protects who. Because the military is like the police; they act like a mafia. At times, they will protect their own over doing the right thing a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
They close ranks. Yes.
Yeah. So what do? You just deal with it, which is
Yeah.
just awful. Like
I'm gonna throw a satyr on you and then I will build to my Bartleby again.
Because like when I was in charge of employee affairs, we were reading books that pushed the edge on those kind of commentary because we were doing diversity measures, and well, like we were reading about like slave trade stuff. And I had someone approach me and be like, "This book is making me uncomfortable. It reminds me of my time in the military." I'm like, "Okay, one, that's a lot to unpack. This is a book about the slave trade that was recommended by two of our African American employees.
Yeah.
Like, and
I
you're
remember
going
you
to,
talking to me about that when you
they're
were
going to make it. They wanted to make it. They were going to make it an EEO complaint on me that I had let this go through. And I'm like, it'd be EEO complaint if I had shut it down. Because I would have
because
been.
you're trying to hide the fact that it's happening.
Yeah, I was like, damned if I do, damned if I don't.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I was like, listen, the best I can do so you understand I didn't choose this book is sit you down with the two people who did. And that was an uncomfortable conversation because
But you're clearly the white man in charge. You need to
oh no,
do
that's why
something about.
my favorite thing was the symbol for our group was made by an African American employee, but it was clearly a swastika that I made the design of. And I'm like,
What?
yeah,
You've known
it's pretty cool.
You've never told
And
me
I was
about
like,
that.
I didn't make this symbol.
At
but
your
our
current
graphic
agency?
artist- yeah, I was like the graphic
Yeah,
artist Keith
I
over
remember
there.
this happening. It was before he met you, Kai.
Well,
mean,
yeah,
I was like-
clearly.
That's why like
Hello.
my first office was a very stressful
Oh
place.
wait, it was
being an
that.
employee
Oh,
affairs.
it was that same first. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
this is and the worst part was this is after I had dealt with my probationary drama shit. So like I'm now a permanent employee.
Wait, this was
I've
after
survived
you
that
dealt with the manager lady?
Yeah,
Oh my.
my time in that
Oh.
office was awful. It
Oh.
like those 3.5 years were like a
My
when can I
brain
get out?
hurts. My brain. I wouldn't
Now
have
you know
stayed.
why I came out when he was doing this stuff, so that I could be there at least in November to give him some. And he would call me, and I've got a Bartleby finally.
Yeah, and I was like, I can't tell you what happened at work. All I can do is vent about this stupid drama involving the employee stuff because it's
Well,
like,
actually, and you would ask me, okay, what would you do? And because I could try to help from a personnel situation.
Well, yeah.
yeah, which is why like mom suggested having the person who complained not immediately write the EO, meet with the people who wanted the book read. And like that conversation was awkward because there's a black man and a black woman talking with a white woman who was clearly had been a victim of sexual stuff. And I'm just sitting there like, I will mediate this, but
I am uncomfortable.
I don't know how to deal with this other than try to mediate it. And my
Right.
office didn't contribute at all. So I wound up mediating it. And when the mediation didn't go the way she wanted, then she went up and pressured the director, if he didn't want to deal with an EEO on his name, to shut it down. And then
Oh
the
my-
director was like, I need you to stop this because I'm going to get an EEO. And I'm like, you're kidding me. I had a mediation. And he's like, I know. You did the right thing. It's not hitting your personal record, but you need to stop it. And I went, cool. I don't want to do this job anymore.
So
And
did
then,
the people she talked to come to you and say, why did this stop? Why are we
oh
not
yeah,
doing
no, everyone in the employee association knew I didn't betray them. I took their stand.
I wonder
and
if
it
any of
wasn't
them
until-
went to her privately and said, what the hey?
Oh, I know one of them did because she told me. She's like, I didn't like the book, but because it's uncomfortable, but it's uncomfortable for a reason.
Yeah, there's a
Because it's
reason
true.
to read uncomfortable books once in a while. It makes you
My favorite conversation was with the assistant director of that office because he was like, we need to shut this book down. It's too sexual. I'm like, the book you recommended uses the N-word profusely, and the African American people on my association were bothered that the white assistant director wanted to read a book with a bunch of ethnic slurs in it.
Wait, no, I
And
forgot
he-
the name of the author. What's the? Oh no.
Tennessee Coates. It's Tennessee Coates.
No, 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 not that. Not it's the author that I associate that with. It's a really popular classic book. Oh fuck! And the guy ended up being
Huckleberry
super
Finn.
racist.
Huckleberry Finn.
probably
Huckleberry Finn.
Mark Twain,
Yes,
and it's Huckleberry
Yeah.
Finn.
Yeah.
yes.
Well,
Sorry, that
because
was my immediate
Mark
thought.
Twain was- The thing is Mark Twain.
Mom, I was gonna say, just remember, we don't say the words. We don't.
No,
even
I
go
wasn't going
deeper.
to. I was going to say Mark Twain didn't support that culture. He
Uh-huh.
was writing to expose it.
Oh, okay, okay.
But
And the
people don't.
problem
Again,
is now is the problem is in modern era, rather than seeing that he was writing about the way life was back
Yeah.
then and exposing it.
Oh yeah, no, it's easier to
They-
be
there
like,
were still
well,
people
he
who
said a word that
agreed
he's
with-
not allowed to say.
okay,
Well,
we're
no,
now
it-
we're definitely in politics now. So, Duck, if you haven't turned that flag on, you should.
Okay, sorry.
Well, I was just going to say,
Well,
as far
because
as
my
literature is
brain
concerned-
immediately went to the Huckleberry Finn thing, being like,
Oh,
ah,
no,
yes,
but,
just
like,
he immediately
but-
his first recommendation, ah, yes, this book.
okay, so the thing is that there are a lot of people when I was in college and probably
Oh,
when
I already had a
Zoe
TikTok,
was in
apparently.
school, who tried to claim that that was his way of trying to reinforce that this is the right way to live.
Right.
What
Oh, so
they-
did I.
They keep forgetting is that Mark Twain was a
Yeah, I guess it was on from last time.
satirist, and he was basically showing the way people thought. And if you actually read the book, you'd realize the people that they thought he was mocking actually always did things without and did what they needed to do.
It's because the current form of literary consumption is not critical thinking, but critical theory, which is that instead of reading
Oh.
words for the context of the time, you read words for the words themselves to
Right.
associate context.
Well,
Which-
and
and
I
they-
mean that
trying
that
to-
That has a lot of problems. It's very dumb because you
Yeah.
no longer contextualize why someone writes when they write. You're now trying to assume meanings instead of taking the author at least at face value that what they're writing isn't insane.
Right.
Okay, and the problem is that people read it and they think that because he wrote those words and he wrote that kind of attitude,
also
That's critical theory, Mom.
terrible
That's what I
timing,
just-
but I do need
it's
to
what
go
I
to the
said.
bathroom. I'm sorry.
No, you're
No, that's
fine. But
okay.
that's what I mean, Mom, by critical theory instead of critical thinking. Instead of associating the context of writing to the time period, they associate the meaning of words to now to like flash back to what the people were struggling with in that time. Also,
Right.
that's a really cool looking spell. I hope I get it one day.
Yeah, we've had it happen he's done it already a couple of times in the combat, but I think because we were talking, I think you missed it. But I need to go get me something to drink. My pop ran out a while ago and I need to get something. I'll be right back.
That's fair. No, it's
Um,
just I'll just
Are
talk
we
to
getting ready
chat.
to cast? I'll wait and cast a spell first.
Okay.
But that's why I always get frustrated because some of the people who want to ban some books, they ban them not even understanding that the person writing it was trying to mock what people think he's supporting.
There's a lot of sadness in the fact that we've lost humor as a society because we've been taught to assume everyone literally means what they're saying instead of
And whereas, and this is where I really
Which
feel
it-
Mark Twain gets a bad press because, I mean, he made fun of a lot of different things. Connecticut Yankee and King Arthur's Court, Innocents Abroad.
I mean, all of his books poke at different aspects of society.
You don't need to cast a spell. He's going to die when his turn starts.
I'm casting a healing on you.
Okay.
I had a dryad. I'll be right back.
I was just like, just to you, chat. So like, a lot of issues come about when you take little word usage as intent. It means that it's hard to read subtlety, which is how like a lot of like white supremacist literature these days and talkers and speakers operate. They know people are looking at literal words, so they will never say the literal bad words because they know people don't know subtlety. They don't know euphemism anymore. We don't understand metaphor. We've lost our ability to resist rhetoric as a weapon against us. I'm listening in the bathroom. Also, yeah, me and Zella talked the other day about how woke culture is humorless. It's also like it's weaponized by the anti-woke. They know that society has become humorless, so they provide the subtle, sarcastic humor to be edgy, to welcome people in because they're the liberators. It's insane to me that people who want to liberate people by reducing words that are negative in space have become oppressors. Like that flip around is really bad, especially when you're a minority like me, because at some point, like, you have to distrust the entities of power if you're a minority, because you know you'll never be advocated for by the majority. You must defend yourself.
You ready to go up?
I'm talking. Sorry. You must be able to defend yourself rhetorically, because if you don't, like, you're going to get oppressed. And so, if the weapons of resisting oppression, like humor, a classical weapon against oppression, has now been associated with like the bad guys, as it has become now, where like humor is verboten in the left, and in the right, it is okay to say slurs and edgy commentary because haha, we're sarcastic humor again. It's very hard to be a minority, because like if you're a minority concerned about where the country is going, you see the left having restricted everything and conditioning people to not appreciate humor, and you realize you've lost a weapon to resist the people who are gaining ground. If you
think about it, the way humor was used 20, 30 years ago, you mocked what was considered the standard, because you used humor to mock it so that people would start thinking about it and realize that there's something wrong.
We've lost the ability to have court gestures in this kingdom, and that's
We have.
insane. Because if you truly think Trump is the worst man possible, you think he's a tyrant, we need jesters. You need jesters
he does
to resist him.
poke fun at himself, and I.
Okay, but you remove yourself from wanting to support him implicitly for this moment.
I don't want to support him implicitly, but I have seen him poke fun at himself.
That's not what I'm saying. Kings can make fun of themselves. He doesn't tolerate people making fun of him, though. He doesn't. He doesn't like when people jab at him. The role of a jester is to be the one who pokes the king when no one has a right to.
Actually,
we all understand
poke the king. The jester tended to poke the people around the king.
That's not true. That is not true classically. The jester had a semi-sacred role in society to be the one person who could provide critique of the king without offending the king, because we all knew the jester was not a noble. He wasn't someone with power. He was a powerless, feckless individual we tolerated to mock the entity of glory and power in the kingdom. It's the only role that has ever existed, and we don't have jesters right now. Like, I've been fascinated by a series of videos by this guy named Elephant Graveyard, which has detailed the rise of Joe Rogan and the rise of humorless comedians, because they all love Trump a lot, and they are sometimes funny, but none of them poke the king. They do not want to, because if they do, their fan base will fall apart, because they've made themselves all political allies rather than being agitators, which were jesters. Jesters did enough, not just to the king, but to nobles, like your mom was saying, to make people angry, because they wanted people to hit them. Because if they did, that was considered a faux pas by a noble in society. We don't have jesters. And the reason why we don't have jesters, like, it's we can blame the left today.
It's because of the way the woke left reacted to all of the comedians. Look at some of the
before you go down this road, remind yourself, like we talked about this before, the woke left today are the sons and daughters of the right Christian fundamentalists yesterday. All the D&D and satanic panic that you and Dad grew up with, and you warned me I would deal with in the church when I was a kid playing D&D with you guys as a kid.
Actually,
they're the sons and daughters of this.
you're the one who came to us about what was said in Sunday school class one morning, and your father, as a Sunday school superintendent, had to have a talk with the teachers.
Right. The sons and daughters that make up the woke left today are the sons and daughters of those right-wing fundamentalists who wanted to get rid of humor then, who didn't like D&D because it was evil magic.
Well, I was
It's
just
the
thinking,
same. It's
I'm thinking, okay, what I was thinking of is some of the jokes, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor,
Dave Chappelle is the only comedian I know today who says vulgar jokes like they did, and he's considered an outcast now because he went
well,
to
they quit doing it because they quit doing it because they got destroyed.
That was actually
I mean-
something I saw earlier whenever I kind of vaguely thought about it when I went to Target earlier because I felt like it's New Year's, I should get like a little treat or something, so I got ice cream. And
Stellet, are you coming back to Baba Yaga?
I just talked to all the penguins outside the gate. Did you not talk to them?
Yeah, I did. I found out about the betrothal, and she said to go. So now I'm trying to go to Baba Yaga.
Did you finish talking to Caesar? Because I was still talking to him.
Yeah, it says talk to Baba Yaga.
Okay, I was
I'm
just
done
making
with
sure.
Caesar.
Okay, well, so you zoomed through the combos. That's fine. I didn't.
I didn't zoom to them. I didn't know where you were. I thought you had gone on past me, to be honest.
No, I was still going through the conversation.
But that was actually something I kind of vaguely thought about earlier whenever when I was looking at the ice cream because they have oh god, what's it called? Fuck, Ben and Jerry's. The Ben and Jerry's ice cream thing. They have a lot of like collaborations with like I know Jimmy Kimmel's the Tonight Dough is a really popular flavor. It's actually really good. It's like basically cookie dough chocolate overload. But I was looking.
That would be Jimmy Fallon, not Jimmy Kimmel.
They're both Tonight Show people, Mom.
It's fine.
Jimmy Kimmel is not Tonight Show. He is a different late night show.
No, yeah, Jimmy Fallon. I'm bad with names.
No, that's okay. That's okay. You were confusing me with the Ben and Jerry being Tonight Show, and it was Jimmy Kimmel. Sorry.
Yeah, but I saw that, and then I saw another guy that did like another nighttime show, Kai, that had done like another flavor.
I'm almost there.
But it made me think about it, like how many of these guys aren't having the ice cream bought because their face is on it, and they're like they got canceled or something.
Well, yeah. I mean, the sad thing is they got canceled because people decided. I hadn't really thought about some of the jokes I laugh at that Eddie Murphy and Sam Kinison did in the late 80s when Don and I would listen to this stuff, how awful it is to people nowadays. And I went to say one of the jokes that I was talking about how my mom and dad walked out one night to see me watching Eddie Murphy's Delirious on HBO. I was home from college. And it's a very vulgar scene making fun of famous buddies in movies, like it was Norton and Kramer from The Honeymooners, the Jackie Gleason, Art Carney characters. And my mom and dad heard what he was joking about, turned it off, and proceeded to give me an hour and a half lecture on where did my Christian values go when I went to college. So I understand where Michael or Zealot is saying that it's the people who were Christian or were told that this was evil when they were growing up, because it's
the same censorship. It's just a different flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I was thinking about too, is I saw a picture on Facebook either yesterday or today of a cousin of mine who I've talked to Zealot about because I don't hate my uncle or his wife by any means. We just don't keep in touch, especially since they had kids. And they posted a picture of them. I don't know if they were going to a metal concert, but they were clearly all wearing metal shirts, and like looking edgy, for lack of a better term. Like they weren't smiling in the photo. And my immediate thought was just like, there's a part of me that wonders, as somebody who also likes metal, if what they're teaching their kids is even remotely similar to like my own values, because you never know like that was something I learned really quickly with Hot
By the
Topic
way, when you
is like,
teleport in, Zealot, Zeke is right there, so we can give him all of the vanilla
I
icing.
already did that. Yeah.
I hadn't done it. I just got here.
Yeah, no, I figured. I
I'm
just
done with
went.
the roses. Who do we turn? Oh, who do we turn in the roses to?
No, we turned in the roses to Zeke. We haven't finished getting the This is the vanilla ice. Oh no, we haven't. I haven't gotten the last rose yet.
Oh yeah, it's Catawba Ice Block. We're not there yet. Okay.
No, we
okay.
haven't gone there yet.
Okay.
I'm in Arcanum. I already talked to the librarian, so you just gotta just catch up.
Okay, I'm going to the Arcanum now. Kind of wacky looking.
but yeah, no, it's something that I've talked to Zella about a lot. Is like, I am happy that society has gotten to a point where people can vocalize stuff like issues of sexual assault, and people can like there is a higher chance of somebody reporting that sort of thing. There's a lot more policies for stuff like that. But it does unfortunately also come with, the issue of like cancel culture has become a very big thing. uh like Zealot was saying earlier, people are very literal. They don't have nuance. There's no jokes. Like, if you make jokes, it has to be face value. If it's more than face value, then somebody's going to get offended. And it's really frustrating for me because unfortunately a lot of young people like me and Zealot feel the need to conform to that. I don't know if it's because of how they, were raised or just their personality, but a lot of people just insist on conforming to it. And not that they're bad people, but they end up being people that you don't actually want to spend time with, Like I was talking about this the other day. We were playing a game of Ark Nova with some friends because it was our friend's birthday, and which, fun fact, I didn't know prior to this year that his birthday was literally the day after Christmas. But he said something in the Discord, so we came and hang out. And at one point, I said something. I said something about I was talking about our friend Steve, but our friend in our D&D campaign, and how he kept playing that weird character that was like, the South will rise again bullshit. And like, I don't know how else to phrase it other than that. And this is coming from somebody from Mississippi. Like, I don't know how else you say it without saying that line, because like, there are some people that are just so gung-ho about it that it's like, bestie, the Civil War has been over for fucking years. Like, why are you still obsessing about this?
Okay, the sad thing is, I grew up in Indiana, and it's in the Union area. It's north. It's a
Mhm.
north.
Yeah.
And you would think I was in the deep south with the way some of the people talked and acted in my small town I
Oh
grew
yeah.
up in.
No, that's
I would
why.
have to,
That's
I would
why.
actually
That's
say,
why
you
I said.
realize the Mason-Dixon line is south of us.
Yeah.
We're the north.
Yeah, that's why whenever we went to the wedding last year, I was unironically telling Zealot the whole time that like we were doing it in a barn. The groomsmen were in cowboy boots
Actually,
and
it wasn't a,
jeans. And I
it
was
really
just
wasn't
like,
a barn. It's called, okay. It wasn't really a barn. They built it to be an event house, but that's the way they build those kind of buildings here in the Midwest.
okay, but it looks like a barn.
Yeah, and it might have been a barn at
Like,
one point.
I'm not hating on it. It's just, that's also a very southern thing of like, we convert a lot of shit into wedding venues. Like, most of the plantations that people don't want to talk about are wedding venues now, and it's not always necessarily owned by the original family that built the property, but there
Right.
are definitely houses that are just owned by, families who may or may not have participated in slavery. But we don't talk about that. So, that's also one of the reasons why I'm glad that I live in Virginia, because as much as Virginia had those issues, it's still a good mix of like different personalities and political views. Like, a lot of time whenever me and Zealot, like whenever we were getting ready to vote for like in the last election, I got really weirded out because I forget that I live in a state that we call it a purple state, because it's not just red, it's not just blue, it's literally both, just depending on what region you're in. And it weirds me out because I'm so used to being in that deep south like hard red area. Like people think I'm joking whenever I went to Pride this past year, but I was talking to a friend of mine and I was asking about, like, oh, do you guys have protesters at your Pride? And they just kind of looked at me like I was crazy, and I was like, what? Like, the Pride that I went to in Mississippi prior to, moving out here, I think I went the last like 3 or 4 years before moving. They had a picket line that they had to set, and they had to put police and security on it, and if they crossed that picket line, they got kicked the fuck out because they were actual protesters who were, the people who are like, well, you're gonna go to hell because you're gay, blah 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 type people. But like, they had signs and stuff. Like, it was a whole thing. So I was like really surprised whenever my friend, who's like, yeah, well, I'm from the backwoods, Virginia, looking at me like I was crazy for asking about a picket line.
Well, there's like one of the guys in the gaming group.
Mhm.
When he talks, I'm like, I feel like I'm in the classroom with these guys I grew up with in Indiana who thought they were Southerners.
Yeah. Well, and I have that problem a lot with our friend in our Sunday group because he's from Virginia, and I don't know what it is. Like, he's supposedly happily married with 2 kids, but like, that man is an existential crisis whenever you get him playing D&D. Like, and supposedly that wasn't really an issue before, but like has become increasingly a problem. Like, he was
It's like
actually the
self-destructs.
reason.
Every character he plays, it self-destructs.
Yeah, pretty
He,
much.
he, okay, he and one of the other guys, it seems like they go out of their way for all that the GM and his friend
Mhm.
that lives with him say
Yeah.
that they love gaming with these guys. The 2 guys I'm talking about, as much as they're nice guys to talk to and hang around with,
Uh-huh.
they seem to want to destroy the campaigns rather than do what we need to do.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Okay,
It's
I was
it's
worried it was me just not
no, it's not
understanding.
you. And I've talked to Zealot about it before because me and Zealot obviously take the campaigns really seriously, and then
I do too. I mean, I worked
no,
on
I'm
building
not
these.
no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about in comparison to the people you're talking about. And so
Well, like,
like,
I think I was stunned that I killed myself, but my character would have done what she could to save people.
mhm.
I mean, there was, it just, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that was that's part of the thing too, is like, um whenever we played the Star Wars game this past week, Dave was really excited. I think he even brought books to help us with, and like was helping me finish my character sheet and stuff, and was clearly really excited to play. And then for an unknown reason to me, Steve kind of just hotwired a car and then I think he ran into like a store or something.
Yeah, he was trying to run over the people shooting him
Oh yeah, he
and
was trying
hit
to hit
and
the
hit
people with the car.
and he hit Jason instead and did like damage the area around, and it was just like,
Mind you, this was after he had been shot and like lost an arm that was no longer functional. Like, the
Okay,
arm
real
didn't
quick,
get cut
I need to
off,
ask
but
something about, so I'm in the life area, Zealot, to get
uh-huh.
spells. And it's saying the spell Wings of Fate required King Artorias. I have the King Artorias, except it's not blue. It's my school card.
Yeah.
And it's saying it's 100, level 110. I'm a level 113. And says it's free, but it's not high. It's not lighting up.
I think there's spells that are locked behind areas.
Yeah, but it
Because
doesn't say how to get this spell to
it's
get
probably
this.
because we have to do the Arcanum quest lines to get that access. So there are spells that you could buy that should be free, but I was letting you know about that because I figured we'll have. Oh, hey, there's no Shadow Teacher. What a surprise!
Yeah, the shadow teacher's missing. And I think there was one other teacher that seemed to be missing too.
I think the only one I didn't walk into was Ice. So I'll go check the Ice Teacher.
Meg, stop doing that to the ottoman, you silly. Now,
I think
see
it'll be
here
a-
in the death area, I've got a whole bunch of spells. I only have 1 point and they cost me a point. But I have a whole bunch of spells that I could
Yeah.
take.
I mean, I bought all the fire ones I could take.
Well,
but
but life is my primary school and it's not, it didn't give me those, but I could buy I could buy a death spell instead of a life spell.
yeah,
And I don't
But-
know if I want to buy any of these anyway, because,
so I know there was more quest stuff to do in Walrusburg. I don't know if we're done there, but I know we're in the
Okay,
Arcanum now. So like, I just figured while we were here in Arcanum, we could start this quest stuff
yeah,
as
I've
we
done the
needed to.
spells of the death school area or the spells I want to spend that
But we've
point.
been going almost 3 hours now, so I just wanted to make sure we were done for the night. But I figured, like, hey, we're here. We might as well get the spells while we can, and then we can be done.
Right. Oh, I can buy the scarab spell. No, I'm not going to buy that scarab spell.
All right, I'm gonna get off Wizard now. Ooh.
Okay, I'll log out. We'll just stay here in the Arcanum or the library.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I figure we'll start there next time.
Okay.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure, everyone. Happy New Year for those of you
Yeah.
on the stream.
Yeah, happy New Year, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, feel free to call me. I'll be up at midnight, my time. That's 1 year time.
I was gonna
So-
say we will not be up at midnight. I will not be up at midnight your time.
I will probably
Zealot
not text you.
Zealot might be.
I don't know if I'll text you. So happy New Year. now,
No
Mom.
worries. Love you. Happy New Year's to both of you. And I'll talk to you later this weekend.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. Have a good evening.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Sorry, I just immediately heard fireworks, and I was like, "It's not even 11."
You ready to move to your server?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know what we were doing first. I want it. Wonderful.
All right, I'm gonna go to Moods Live, baby. Okay.
Same. Bye forever.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh my god. Talk to me.
Oh, jeez. Big wife.
Big wife? Lork?
Yeah, I joined over to the in my MP game
Oh,
chat.
big
and
wife.
you were
Wife,
huge.
wife, big.
Yeah, it's like because when we had a bunch
I
of people
want
on
to
for
see a giant
abiotic.
woman.
when we had abiotic going on earlier this week, I had the box big because we had like 7 people on the call.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Also, hi Holly.
He got
Hello.
he got a festive doggo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone special to me drew that.
Cute.
So, you know what I got? I can put on.
What?
I can put on a party hat.
True. Are you gonna put on the birthday hat that I edited on like forever ago?
Hell yeah! Check it out.
Yeah, totally not duck birthday hat. Totally New Year's hat.
It's totally New Year's.
New Year's hat. Look at that New Year's duck on the New Year's hat.
So
Yeah, you haven't changed on my
does
side
the
yet.
hat stay on during or
I mean, listen, not everything stays in place. I do my best though.
Well, I mean, especially if it's one of the ones with the little elastic.
Yeah, but at some point it's gonna cover my face, and I'm gonna just like rip it off in anger. Arr! I just thought of the terrible SpongeBob meme where he clearly has his nose in his hand throwing it down, but the torn patch has been moved to his pelvis.
Oh no. Man, I really activated your fucking brain cell about SpongeBob without meaning to.
It's because SpongeBob was like my.
This is
my,
you do
like,
realize
point
this is
to cook.
like we're going on like a month now.
Yeah, I mean, like you helped unlock like the last sliver of my humor, which is like SpongeBob, like pre movie SpongeBob was like my core humor in
Pre-movie?
Lock-In, and I would make references all the
The
time
new
to everything.
are you talking about the new movie or the old one?
Oh fuck no, the original movie,
Oh, before the
the one,
okay.
the one where SpongeBob at the end of it becomes an adult, effectively in story.
Is that how that ended?
Yeah, he
Okay.
basically matured and was seen as an adult by everyone around him, even though he was always an adult. It's just they thought he was a kid in their mind, you know.
I mean,
That's
he.
fine. You don't have to worry about it. He went looking for the crown.
No, no,
and he
no.
helped
I
save
remember
Bikini
looking for
Bottom.
the crown. It's been years since I watched the movie, though.
But Plankton literally thought he was a kid. He wouldn't be able to stop him. And then he comes back and goes, "I'm a Goofy Gooper! I'm a Goofy Gooper!" And starts using the electric guitar to zap the Chumbucket hats off of people.
Nice.
Because he realized that a good adult is someone who recognizes that it's okay to still have the kid in you.
Insane concept.
Yeah. So yeah, SpongeBob is like my core metaphor for a lot of things because like despite like my mom going, I hate his laugh, I
Well, I mean-
constantly went, yeah.
That's just one thing.
My parents, neither one of them really like SpongeBob, but I took that to be a reflection of the fact that like the message of SpongeBob is literally like the adults are never going to see you ever as an adult, and if you let that view of them lock you to how you behave, you're never going to be an adult.
Fair.
So at some point you're like, oh, I'm a kid, okay, go fuck yourself.
You're a squid. You're a kid. You're a squid. You're a kid.
Not quite literally.
No, I know. Let's do it. 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 Do it.
The way I left you a surprise and no mic. Sell it.
No, Mike.
Oh shit.
That one. Exactly that.
I had a feeling it was that one specifically. I was like, oh wow, he I love that you referenced it and then Holy immediately knew where to get it. Like
it's commonly posted when someone goes like, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole kind of stuff in that like in loot stuff. But it, like I love it as a humor joke because in general, like one rips his own like knockoff. It's pretty brutal response. A lot of people use it to be like, that person's
anymore.
A lot of people use it these days to be like, that person's ugly, but I take it to be more of like a shut up, lower half, you don't control me kind of moment. Stop
I just think it
reacting.
looks
I don't.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It fits well with the JFK from Clone High, which is like, yeah, I'm good. Then suddenly, horny.
Bitch. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I was talking to Instagram.
Uh-huh.
I tried to upload a photo and it gave me an error message being like, we can't post a PNG. And I'm like, girly pop the fuck since when? It's fine. I hate the cropping style and like I don't know if you have this problem, Zealot, but I definitely have the issue that Instagram literally yells at me if I don't do stuff in a 4:5 ratio. And I'm just like, dude, I'm not gonna crop all of my art to that ratio. That's dumb. I'm not gonna do everything phone shaped. Especially because on, both Blue Sky and Twitter I can post large photos.
Yeah.
Um
I'm currently trying to find a live feed so we can do eventual countdown.
Yeah, I mean we still got an hour, so
Yeah, I just figured I'd get it now.
Yeah.
Because I would assume there's like a Times Square. Yeah, there literally is. Thank you. I was like, there's always like a Times Square video. So I
well,
figured
hey, at least it's easier to find than the fucking Macy's parade, man.
Oh my god.
I'm still salty about that. That shit's redonkulous. I just want to watch the fucking Macy's parade.
I'm still kind of honestly surprised that like you couldn't find that, No,
not for free. The only thing, like the only people that had it for free, were the people who, swear to God, I don't know if they were on drugs or just, I don't know, but they could not hold the camera straight to help, like, to save their fucking life. Okay, I'm immediately looking at blood and gore. What am I looking at? Zealot.
What?
Why am I?
Oh, that's not Blood and Gore. That is Surviving the Aftermath. I'm building a colony base in the post-apocalypse.
Okay, so
that's radiation.
Oh, okay. They just made it a dark red.
They made it pink and purplish.
Uh-huh.
Look, I can't help it. Let me just hover over it. See, it says medium pollution deposit.
I have stream delay.
I know.
Oh, there it goes.
Also 69. Nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah, wow.
Nice. But no, I was playing this last night. Basically, you are a colony of people who survived the aftermath, and you're trying to make your way through exploring places while still having the core colony you start off with, and you can explore, eventually the entire map, as it were, which is still pretty constrained, and you can set up outposts and stuff to explore parts of the world. You have specific explorers who go out and either bring back resources, like I've got people out doing that, or get research. And eventually I'll have my own research, but for right now I'm just scrounging the vestiges of science and technology for research. So right now I'm learning how to make shanties and tenement complexes, so I can literally get rid of my tent city, because I just have people in tents right now.
Zealot, I have a very important question.
And yeah, what's that?
Can I use a shitty stock image for the background of your news thing?
What do you mean?
I was talking about doing you an
Oh,
overlay.
yeah, you could totally go ham on it.
I was gonna do the breaking live background.
Oh, perfect. I'd love it.
It's literally from Shutterstock. It can't get better.
It's fine, baby. I'm perfectly fine with however goober-fied you make me. Because, this is going to be the Eagle Man in the end of the day, so, it's allowed to be goobery. I want my Eagle Man to be as silly and positive as he can be.
Here, I'll send it to you on Discord, because I was texting it to myself anyway. So
I assume you've been doing it on stream, so I was just gonna open your stream real quick.
Well, I don't have the image up on stream yet. I gotta download it and upload it to Clip Studio.
Oh, okay.
It's probably gonna be crunchy. It's fine. Sets a tone, Are you gonna open my stream on your stream?
Oh, did it open up the window?
Yeah, because you were playing YouTube.
That's wild, because it's not supposed to be showing that.
Now it's just pink.
That's hilarious. I love it that it's... Oh, I know why. It's because I have the full broadcast view of Times Square open. And so, instead of just showing both and being okay with it, it was no, I need to, I'm moving stuff around so it has better views.
You're fine. That's not why I made that noise. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's perfectly fine. I dig that.
Yeah. Content.
Hey, mommy.
Got your little desk in the front.
Perfect.
Fuck. Question. Do you want me to do a cutout for a screen?
Yeah, that'd be funny. Because I could always put a video and turn it into doing reactive, or put a clip from a video image from a news article.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Was if you want to do reacting to I don't know.
Oh, Holly left.
Oh.
Oh well. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah. Big wife big.
Yeah, wife big.
I wanna see a giant woman.
Oh no, she has no legs.
Shut up. I mean, I could do a full body one. My problem is that, our friends never consistently use half body or full body PNGs. There's always a mix.
I heard you. Sorry, my colonist went, huh? Right off the bat.
That's why
Maybe what I've been doing my best to resist.
I buffered on the villager noise. Sorry.
That's okay. I've been doing my best to resist the urge to play Minecraft recently, and it keeps like hitting me harder and harder. And I like Minecraft, but I don't need to play it right now. Let's go, Winter Storm! It's time to make it real life. So this is bad because I need to build another fire pit now. I love when the game is like, what if we like just freeze out your people though? Like, what if they just die? Yeah, what if they just die? It's fine. Please help build that heater. We will need it.
Build that heater.
Well, yeah, because my water is about to freeze, and I won't be able to fish either.
Oh god, you said that, and that reminded me that we went into fucking Shia's stream yesterday. God, the Oregon Trail, but they fucked it.
True. God, that's so cursed. I didn't want to remember that.
You said something about fishing, and it made me remember. I want to remember.
I remember.
I remember, but it cost me sanity.
Oh, I'll need metal for tenements. Pain. And shanties. Pain.
Ah, wow. Also, your son is absolutely slumped beside me.
Understandable. He is not a believer in celebrating New Year's.
The biggest heap. Meh, I mean, that's fair. Kind of based, honestly.
I love you, but hearing you say base just immediately was like, okay, wife.
Shut up.
All right. All right, wife.
I'm trying to be cool. I'm still in my 20s.
Yeah, okay, honey. All right, wife. Okay. Me when my wife thinks she's edgy and can use that word. I don't think you have the privilege for that word.
I'm widowy white. What else do I need?
I had a colonist die of old age. Tragic, but understandable.
I'm in an airplane to the night sky like to the dark. We would make a wish right now. I want you to know I have no alcohol in my system. I don't know what.
You... Honey, I love you, but that's so you.
Where?
Hell yeah, research. I love this lady. Check out this little green hair lady. She's bringing me free knowledge.
I can't see her face.
Oh.
You literally have your face covered.
Okay, I'll move
Widowy?
video. I guess I can put it behind us. There we go.
I mean, I respect the making it big enough for mobile users to watch. I respect it. Oh, she fear.
She kind of crazy.
She looks it.
She literally comes in like a weird ice cream van, but she gave research, so like
hey
I
kids,
ain't gonna hate.
Hey kids, I got ice cream. Smile.
I am not gonna hate on her because she brings research and learning, and I need it for my colony. At least we'll have metal scavenging soon, because I need that. Don't know if I have workers though. I'm out of wood. Pain. Do I have wooden view? There's a little bit there. Oh, there's a little bit there. Oh, God. Really hitting the low end of it. I guess we'll just put it there. Okay. I'll need a friendo to take care of that. Oh, you can get that 9 hours. How are we doing over here? 2 day. I got a day still. Got a day there still. Okay. Uh. We'll go hold off on that for now. Okay. Weird lights in the sky. Such light. Looking for
No light in the sky.
Oh. 21 adults, 3 elders. Oh, the kids must be old enough to be able to carry. Okay. Because typically the elders don't work. Which is pretty rude.
Meh.
Mer?
You can move the video back if you want, baby.
I will in a moment. Okay. Yeah, I'd love to move the toxic piles, but they are currently unmovable.
Ooh.
Pull these people back. So I can put them on this and this. That way my people can have firewood. Yeah, we can visit the airfield, that's fine. Yippee! They had a... Oh god, they had a kid in winter. That's fucking awful.
I mean, you don't really control when that happens, but
No. That's just the nuclear winter environment is just brutal to have a kid in.
Yeah. Ryder. You okay, Bubby? I'm just talking to your dad, hon.
Okay.
Like, got up. Like, what, boy?
That's how I wanted. Dylan Forrester. Oh, that's plastic trash. There, piece. He should survive.
Do you want a gamer chair for your newscaster thingy?
You could do that if you want to.
I'm asking you.
I don't think I need
you-
it, but I'm
do
not
you-
gonna like.
Do you want to be silly and have your chair in like your cutesy chair, or do you want to just have it just plain?
I mean, I'll take the cutesy chair.
Okay, that's all I was fucking asking.
I just wasn't thinking about it. Yes, I know I have a water shortage. It's pretty dire out here, game, because
You should.
literally fucked me on the water supply. I don't know what you want from me, game. Just make water.
Just
Just make.
just
make
get
water.
good, buddy. I don't. Sounds like a fucking skill issue.
Quite literally, the game is being like, fucking idiot.
Is the
Someone.
wait, your chair, it's pink on the edges and white in the middle.
White on the edges, pink in the middle.
But the pillow on it's pink, right?
The pillow on is white.
What?
White on the edges, white pillow with a pink.
No, I
otherwise.
understood what you said. Smart ass.
I was just answering you, lady.
Okay, so you said white in the middle.
Yeah.
Sorry, it just. I apparently.
You got really abrasive about it, like I was being mean to you, and I'm like, huh?
Because I apparently in my brain reversed the fucking colors of your goddamn chair. Okay, I'm
Not my
coping
fucking
with
problem. I was being nice, and you got mean.
Because I was just like, kind of wondering if you were gaslighting me. Because I was like, did I really forget the colors that hard?
Well, shit, she came back for more research with coats. Okay, there you go, lady. I'll take more research. Now we're researching crowbars.
Shouldn't you like give food or something?
Food is accomplishable. We've been getting berries and we have fish.
Oh, so there you just don't have water.
I just don't have water, and that sucks. But I had a stockpile of water, but then the game was like, "What if I just, like, give you a dire situation that makes it almost impossible to
Smile.
escape?
Yeah.
What if you just like get roasted and toasted right here, right now?
Walk into the shadow of the valley of death.
I know we need number. That's why I'm bidding these people to get chopping wood. Oh, cool. Oh, that filled up my water. Hallelujah. I'm actually getting water now.
Ah!
What, are you okay?
It's still 11.
Oh, I heard the fireworks just there.
Yeah, it caught through your mic too, actually.
Yeah, it sounded like it was in my backyard. It's fucking wild.
No, it's across. It's just since all the trees are dead, there's not as much blockage. Which is
I will
annoying.
get-
At
I'll
least
get
at
to
the
this
4th of
place.
July, I get the illusion of, being separated.
Yeah.
Any day now, Clip Studio. Ah!
Fucking knew it. Or hallelujah, the winter ended.
Yippee!
Oh, hey, that means I can finish building my middle construction place. Rats.
Oh,
Hello?
wow.
I guess they were going for the food supply. I don't fucking know. That's weird.
No, nothing.
No, I heard you. I just internalized it without responding.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah, no problem. You're heard and valid for it.
Cries. Pop champagne and things. Kids are fighting on.
Recycler. Okay.
Tired.
Tired?
Yep. I normally go bed this time. Plus, I made like at least 50 cookies. I lost track of how many cookies I made.
That's fair, baby.
But the bags say that they make about 25 each, so I feel like 50 is a good guesstimate. Because I definitely got 2 packages, which I probably shouldn't have done.
Aw.
It's a lot of cookies. It's fine.
Maybe the game's like, prepare for battle. Okay.
You're not dancing on your own. Oh wait, you would probably sit on the right side.
Yeah, I like putting my guy on the right underneath my chat window. Ooh,
You're
let's see.
currently on your left. Well, I'm thinking like your character facing.
Hello? What do you mean? Like my character is on the right side of the screen?
Yeah. That's where you usually put it, right? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was overthinking it.
Let's see.
Actually, wait, I know what I'll do. I'll do what I usually do. An imported image. Let's see. I'll import an image that is 1080 by... Is that? That one actually might not be 1080 by 1920. Here, I know this one is.
Stay all behind. Once we get a science thing, that should go. Okay. Hey, we're teaching kids now in our society. Oh. That's fucked up. A meteor fragment or satellite just hit my porta potties. What the fuck?
Fucked up day.
Yeah, that's really fucked up. Oh, hey, that person is. Oh, that's a building being attacked. Okay. Oh, that's a monster closer to us. Oh, fear. Oh, they're no. Okay, well, I don't care about the guard tower as much as I care about the place where we bury the dead. Well, those fuckers are taking it down. Okay, now we need to go deal with this guy. I'll put a guy in that outpost, and I'll put a guy here. I guess we have to go build a tower over here by the place where we bury our dead. That's fucked up, monsters. I figured as it gets close to midnight, I'll like make the stream full screen and turn it on for volume,
Okay.
and then and I'll mute my gameplay so that way we can watch it.
Can you send me the channel link?
Yeah. Oh, I needed to have someone exciting. Oh well. Pee pee poo poo. I'll put it in the text VC.
That's fine.
Okay, it's time to build some tenement housing.
Let me talk to him. Let me talk to him. Oh God. Let me talk to him. Goddamn apple butter cheese, booze with the fun, and the whole club looking at her.
She hit that flower, she hit that
Hey,
flower.
you know, trying to get low. It's in the free box with the swear. If I never told you, we used to sing this a lot. We used to, sorry, I'm trying to say it without laughing. We used to sing those first two lines, or like the first 3 or 4 lines there, to the drum cadence that we did when we would parade through the university, because
Okay.
the School of Music is like on the opposite side from the stadium.
Okay.
And so we would sing this. And originally it was just a couple of us, and then the whole mellophone section started singing it. And then the usual problem that the French horns have is that we're usually sandwiched between the woodwinds and the brass, neither of which have brain cells, but are entirely different forms of autism, you know?
Yeah.
And so, somewhere along the line, the trumpets and the trombones caught on to what we were doing. And they started singing it so loud that somebody came to our director with a complaint.
Fantastic.
Mind you, this isn't college. Most of the people at this game are fucking plastered. Like, don't worry, and like, don't get me wrong. There are people that bring their kids to the games. Not that it's like a bad place to bring your kids, but there are also people drinking while they're tailgating. You know, it's just a thing.
Yeah.
So but it was funny because apparently people in the crowd who were like came for Pete to the home games realized what we were singing and started singing with us. And I just distinctly remember the poor TAs having to be like, guys, please stop. And oh god, that was so funny. And it was like people from like either a fraternity or a sorority or something that were clearly like all friends because they all stood next to each other during the parade. But it was funny. It was funny. Because technically we didn't sing anything bad from the song. But yeah, it was I both do and don't miss college sometimes when I remember shit like that. Where is Polyline? Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
No problem, baby.
I may or may not literally have tears in my eyes.
Understandable. Oh, of course, I found all the research. You're not a scavenger. My dude here is a scientist. Go over there.
Also, very related to previous conversation, I do also find it funny that the friend in the gaming group that lives closest to us is the most Catholic man I have ever met.
It is entertaining to me too.
It's because the town that we live in is not
very Catholic.
No, I mean there's a couple Catholic churches. Like there's that one like downtown that's really big. But there's also like a Baptist church like right next to it. So
it definitely feels like on the out of place side. Not that he's out of place, but like the Catholics aren't as strong here as the Baptists are.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know, and I'm okay with that. I should add. The important part is that I have not been fucking accosted, and that's beautiful to me. Okay, I made you a Will TV too.
Nice.
It's actually not little, it's pretty big, but I figure if you want, you can have all of the images in there. And then whenever you want to use the TV, you just toggle it and put whatever you want on there. I just gotta save it in layers for you so you can layer it. Like an onion.
Like an onion.
Like an onion. I didn't even do the Trump voice that time. Like an onion. I need to wash my fucking hands. Somehow I still have cookie dough on my hand.
You just probably had to do a prolonged wash with it on soap like I had to with the carpet cleaner.
Yeah.
I literally had to coat my hands and
it's
stuff
because
that night.
well, the worst part is that I coated my hands in canola oil, hoping that would keep most of the cookie off, but I guess my left hand got drier than my right, and so it got some of the batter stuck. Well, it was more doughy than batter. What Spotify, what's happening? Why are we listening to In the Club by 50 Cent? Where am I? It's 2025. It's about to be 2026. Where am I? Ring in 2026 with my favorite party tracks. Okay.
These noise.
Since when is Pink Pony Club a fucking party track? I'm sorry. I feel like that. I feel like I'm. Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like I'm just having flashbacks to that fucking terrible DJ who was like, "Ah, yeah, for the girls and the gays," and proceeds to play the saddest fucking Billie Eilish song. Where? I'm lost. Where am I? I'm on song 59. Okay. Next we have Leave the Door Open. Bruno Mars and 2 other people. Can I see the names, please? Bruno Mars, Anderson Paak, and Silk Sonic. I only know one of those names, and I definitely don't know the name of that song. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I mean, yeah. It's Tears for Fears. It's a safe choice. Then Sally When the Wine Runs Out. ? Then Dance the Night by Dua Lipa. TikTok by Kesha. More Than a Woman by the Bee Gees. Followed up by Stay, the Kid Laroi with Justin Bieber. Mi Gente, I think is how you say that.
Am I glowing? I don't know, bestie. Are you glowing?
Promiscuous.
Promiscuous girl.
Yeah. Back on 74. Since You've Been Gone. I know that one. Dancing on My Own. I know that one. Raise Your Glass. Toxic.
Hello?
Yeah. I Like It by Cardi B and Bad Bunny. Don't know that one.
Who's there? Who joined us?
Mimo.
No one. No one joined you.
Jump
No one at
scale.
all.
Alright, well,
Jump
I guess I don't have a
scale.
husband then. Weird.
Fuck that. Dancing Queen. Okay, I'm just gonna like skip the next couple songs. Do I know this song? Oh, it's this one. Okay. Okay, it's that song. Okay, it's been playing a lot of songs that are popular on TikTok, and it's that Bruno Mars song that's like starts with him whispering like, "Oh, where you at? Oh, where you been?" It's like, okay, thank you, Bruno Mars, for whispering in my ear. I'm gonna listen to something else now.
Hey, pretty mama, let me whisper in your ear.
Like, I would have preferred that. At least it's the actual meme. Okay.
It's free real estate.
It's free real estate.
It's free real.
It's free real estate. Oh shit, your wife said fucking I'm a dumb bimbo.
What? What'd you do?
I cut a hole in the background to make your TV. And now I gotta takesies, backsies, everything I just did to fix it.
Your face.
I'm gonna shit. I'm gonna
Well,
shit
on
all over the
stream?
place. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna shit. I'm gonna piss. It's very fucked up. Oh my god. I can't believe I forgot to make a fucking copy.
We're going into the New Year's swinging, apparently.
Okay. Duplicate layer, you stupid whore. Why? Wait, what? Okay. I thought something changed. I was like, all it should have done was duplicate it. What's happening? Okay. Now we can make TB.
And now go to foods, because we definitely need to do that at this point. Of course there are. Why would there not be survivors at the gate?
Oh god. Sorry, Ryder, my foot got stuck. He flinched because my foot got stuck and kind of made a loud noise. It was just like, Mom, shut the fuck up. I'm like, I'm sorry, boy. Unironically, your dad is quieter. I don't know why you choose to hang out with me.
It's
Yeah,
because you
I
don't
don't
yell
know.
at him unless he does bad boy things.
That's
True.
true.
That's fucking mean.
What?
I said that's fucking mean. That's why.
Oh. I thought you said
Well, I
that's
didn't know I was
fucking
mean.
mean.
Oh no, but like, I'm more apt to yell at him than you are.
Oh god, chat, don't look. Don't look. Don't. I exposed
Pandemic. Oh boy.
I exposed myself. I exposed my creator dashboard. Holy shit, Vix is not wearing any clothes on stream. Anyway. Sorry.
Oh.
I just saw the thumbnail for her stream and that was a lot of leg.
Oh.
That was a lot of legs.
Going to go quickly investigate.
I mean, she's probably. I think it's outfit toggles. So.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, she's wearing stockings and a very short skirt.
That's not the one that.
Oh,
I've
hey,
seen,
it
but
even got the "this is adult content" flag on it.
too
I
much
had my look-
skin, you whore.
Real.
I say as if I'm not actively listening to Kesha. Can you do the thing? Thank you. Fucking bitch. God. Oh my god.
Glob.
I'm like glob. I need to finish Adventure Time. I got really far in Adventure Time and then forgot where I was because TLDR, I got manipulated by my brother and he was the reason I was watching it, and I was like, I don't want to watch it anymore. Fuck that guy. And then later on had the realization of I can't watch the Fiona and Cake show till I mean, okay, I could, but I would feel like a dirty cheater. You know what I mean? I have not earned the Fiona and Cake show. Why did...
Well, if you want to watch Adventure Time, I can watch it with you, so you can have someone else with you.
I would be down for this. Because I was on season 5? I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
The only thing I know about Adventure Time is all the shorts I see on TikTok.
It does actually have an overarching plot. But yeah, the bits are fun.
The bits.
The bits.
Steven Universe reference.
Yeah. I also, like, despite the fact that it's a Steven Universe reference, I too like the bits. The bits are good. They are crispy. Alright. There, now you guys have Coco Melon. There you go.
Melon.
It's the countdown. We're in New York. Yippee.
I still got 2 hours.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's what I was telling Mama Zealot, because she's in Central. And she was like, well, I'll be up at 12 my time. And I'm like, that makes one of us. It's like, I will be in fucking bed. I'm gonna go Big Eep.
The duck isn't meant to be up at midnight.
No, I am a very eepy. I do not. I mean, I'm capable of it. I actually like being a night owl, but because of my job, I can't. I was literally talking to my coworker about it because she's my supervisor, and she's texted me multiple times, like early in the morning, like fucking like 6 or 7, the closer to 6 usually, and she'll tell me like, "Hey, this is canceled for today," and I don't see it until my alarm goes off at like 7:30, and I'm just like, Sarah, why are you awake at like 5 in the morning? She's like, I don't know. I never expected this to be my life, but it is.
That's very understandable.
Yeah, I mean, she's a single mom with a kid, so you know, she got a kid, she's got a couple dogs, she's definitely got at least one cat. Like, they keep her on her fucking toes. She's actually
Yeah,
she
no,
was complaining to me earlier today that apparently her dog's new pastime is literally digging like really deep, like hazardous holes in her backyard. Just
Very
because
brave.
she gets bored. Because, you know, what's more fun than chewing on toys? Why would I chew toy when I could dig?
real.
The most
Chew on
dog
all the
thing.
shoes. Be Gale.
The most true. Eat magic boot. Be boot man. Mama. Just look at the
Woo, woo,
boot.
woo.
Minnow, we had fun conversations today with Mama Zealot about how we hate the woke left.
Oh,
How do
why
you,
do we
how do you feel?
hate
Wait,
the
I
woke
don't.
left?
I don't.
God, that's a horrible way to abbreviate it.
No, we were well. Me and Zola have been talking about it.
My wife was trying to get me canceled as a filthy fascist. It was great.
Yeah, clearly, obviously. No, we were talking
Well, what
about.
else are you supposed to do on your
I mean,
best friend?
I was talking about a lot about like cancel culture related stuff, and then Zealot brought up like how like humor has been dying in our society. Like the way you phrased it was like there are no jesters in our society. Like we do not allow people to poke the bear socially, not literally. I'm not saying go you know, animal abuse bullshit. Sorry, my alarm went off.
Trying not to be canceled.
Yeah,
But
I
no,
mean,
basically, like, because people are in fear of of being canceled, they do
Yeah.
not poke the bear. And
Yeah.
with someone like Trump, you know, the orange tank, you need to poke the bear.
Mm-hmm.
And so we don't have anyone who can actually hold the bear responsible because we've convinced ourselves that, you know, we'd rather be safe than
oh, wrong button.
Politically
worry
correct.
about
Yeah.
yeah.
I
And
mean,
with someone
because
like
I
someone like
have
Trump and
views
an
on
eventual,
Trump, but I'll keep my mouth shut.
you know, like it's with Trump, you can't
You don't have to. It's-
Yeah, we got the politics tag on.
yeah.
The reality is, like with Trump in office, and if anyone is like him and worse, like an actual ideologue, he's just a narcissist. So whatever makes him feel good is what he does.
Mm.
That's why I was like, Mama Zilla was like, oh yeah, he pokes fun at himself. Like, yeah, but no one else can. If he laughs at himself, everyone's expected to laugh with him. But all of the comedians who've gotten popular recently, none of them poke fun at him. They all have communities that love them because they love Trump. None of them actually fucking do anything.
Yeah.
And like, there's a YouTuber I've watched a couple essays on who details the death of comedy named Elephant Graveyard, who hates the Austin sphere of comedy, which is run by Joe Rogan and Tony Hinchcliffe. And while some of that stuff is funny to me, most of it I just sit there going like, why do people laugh at this? Oh, because we forgot what humor is. So
Yeah.
like when someone is just an insult comic, we're all dying, even though like there's better forms of comedy that were used to be vulgar, explicit, but they were not like attacking.
Oh my god,
They
the
were like
ball. Sorry.
self-deprecating or critiquing. They were sincere. My mom brought up Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy, and they were both vulgar in the humor, but they never like shit on anyone.
Yeah.
And they were always like making fun of society, not people. It's just, I know, a wild concept, but like,
Yeah.
Insane
Why would
fucking idea.
why'd we do that?
But no, well, and the worst part is that like me and Zealot had this conversation the other day after interacting with some of our IRL friends, because I was talking about a friend of ours that plays D&D with us, and YouTube, you do not get to play ads for free. YouTube, the people, the good people of my channel already watch ads. Fuck you.
oh, I am an evil person, and I'm using a thing that YouTube is supposed to be cracking down on, but they can't stop.
Question mark?
Ad blocker.
The ball has turned blue.
I pay for YouTube Premium and use ad blocker, so they can't even hit me with ads in app.
I mean, at
I
least
mean,
you
that's
at least
understandable.
you pay and then use ad blockers, though.
I
That-
pay because I like the people that I watch and I like them to get their bag,
Understandable.
but it's like one of the only services I pay for, and I don't pay for Twitch Premium. I will buy subscriptions if I like someone enough and don't want to watch ads.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That, or I will be very nice to them and DM them, "Hey, can I have like the very funny tag that's like your favorite, so I just don't get the commercials."
Does that work?
I think it used to work that way. If you gave them that funny tag,
Like
they
the
actually got the
VIP
no
thing?
commercials. I think VIP was no commercials when it first came out.
Damn.
Fucking water shortage. How? Oh, the crops. I forgot.
The crops. The crop
Cream-
zealot.
Cream of the crop.
Cream of the
Wait.
cocks. I mean crops.
Wait a minute.
Hello.
But yeah, TLDR. Me and Zealot had a moment with where I was talking about a friend of ours and how he is native to Virginia. That's where his family is from, and he plays a lot of D&D characters under the motif of like the South will rise again. And whenever I said that phrase, literally dead ass, one of our friends looked me in the face and said, "Be careful how loud you say that." And I was just like, "My brother in Christ, have you seen me? Do I look like I'm a secret, like I'm a secret Confederate, like hiding in the ranks? Do I?
Yes.
In what
Yes, you
way do I stray?"
Yeah,
I
you're
literally,
Johnny Reb. I knew it.
Hey,
I
knew it.
literally actively talk about being a queer person who has
Hey,
been
Ducky.
called a dyke, and I have an undercut. Wait,
You could be.
Ducky,
You could be.
we
Murder.
know this about you because you're a bird, and birds aren't real.
you know what? Fair.
Yeah. literally
Unfortunately,
fake
I
news,
can
fake life.
confirm though that pigeons are not robots. I wish they were. I would feel a lot better about them if they were. They are unfortunately just animals that we neglect. Smile.
We domesticated them and then threw them away.
Yes, literally. And it makes me really sad because I have a friend of mine who does rescue and rehabilitation of pigeons, and I was looking into whether or not she could technically get like certified because there you can get you can get license for rehabilitating animals. And I was looking into it, but according to the federal government, pigeons are a non-native species. So they're unclassified, basically, aka not our problem. And it's like, okay, but they're still animals. So, like, the analogy that Zealot made was pigeons are to us as is it cats in Australia? Is that what it was?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're considered
Also New
they're
Zealand.
considered a pest.
Or is that
in
New
New Ze-
Zealand? Yeah.
It's both. They're considered a pest, and so they have government stuff killing them. Oh man, I'm gonna lose so many people to this. Goodbye, people. They're
Goodbye,
dying by the
ponies.
millions. Oh, hey, we have water again. Okay. Oh, hey, now we get attacked by meteors. Very cool.
Yay!
Wagwa.
Yay!
Oh my
death.
god, this water! Don't die! Oh, it's a dive infection. Okay. Oh my god! Stop! I've lost like 13 people to this. Holy fuck!
But
Oh
I understand that. I don't know why humans have to be a shitty species as we are,
Real.
but it's just quote unquote human culture. Like, we are horrible by nature. We are evil and we are, well, we can get along apparently.
Insane. Insane
Yeah,
Like,
concept.
I don't know how we can't get along. Like, I was raised in a way where it doesn't matter what your color of your skin is, what language you speak, you are to be nice to people. But then I go to work and then half the people I'm working with hate the Hispanics because I live in a Trump fearing nation that calls two of my coworkers call Trump God King Trump because when that meme was coming around, and they don't say it unironically.
I hate it here. I literally hate it here. That's fucking
Like,
gross.
I am in a scary state. Idaho is not good. Soft talks. Idaho is not a good state for LGBT people. They're trying to make it better, but this is such a hillbilly and
Yeah.
republic state and filled with religion. And religion doesn't like the gays. So
Religion.
we're chased out of here. Women's rights were the first ones to go here in Idaho before they even left in Texas.
Real.
And I don't understand that because the Californians are moving to Idaho. So shouldn't we be more blue? But no, because it's the red ones that are moving here, not the blue
Yeah,
ones.
it's not. Yeah, it's not the. It's not the ones you. Of course, it's not the ones you want.
Because Idaho, we have a joke here that it sucks to live in Idaho because we can't buy land because everyone is moving here from Texas and California because the land here is cheap.
Right.
So they're driving up our prices by working internationally or
Yeah.
online so they can be here with their wages on our housing units.
Yeah.
And it sucks because those are coming in from the reddest state and the reds from the blue state. So Idaho gets worse.
Pain. Yeah, that
So
I noticed that in the last couple years with Mississippi too, as like there was a definitely like an influx of people. I don't know like if something happened in the last couple of years with the housing market, but I know the housing market has been really rough for a while now.
oh yeah.
But like yeah, there was like an influx of people who literally just moved from bigger states. Like I think I met one girl from New York and one from California, and like they literally said that the only reason they moved to Mississippi was because it was cheaper. And I was like, yeah, we still use the federal minimum wage here, bestie. Yeah, it's cheaper. um
We use I know we use the federal minimum wage here in Idaho, and it sucks because like I can't even get if I go to Boise, our capital,
mhm.
we still have a 7.25 minimum wage in Idaho. We can't get a one bedroom apartment for less than $1,600 in the main city.
Zella, do you know who's performing? Do you have audio on?
I don't have audio on.
Me
I
either.
can turn it on.
I don't know who's performing. I just realized that they were panning over to someone singing.
I don't know, it looks like a woman.
Yeah.
I have
real.
no audio. I might need to refresh my stream because like the audio is crunky as fuck. Oh my god,
Oh
that
yeah,
was like
no, that was yeah, no, I think the audio's just fucked because it's crunchy on my side too. I mean, I'm not that worried about it because probably get immediately fucking DMCA'd, but
It almost looks like Britney Spears, but I don't think it is.
no, that's not Britney.
No, Britney Spears, I think, is close to being bald again.
Oh no.
Well, look, extensions.
I'm pretty
and
sure
wigs
she's
are a
keeping
thing.
the short hair.
Oh, hey,
No, I'm
I
pretty
went to
sure
the
she's keeping the
AP
short hair as her new thing.
Hey, what?
I went to the AP channel and it's playing good audio, not broken audio.
AP.
She's Associated Press channel. They have audio, and she's singing "Imagine" by John Lennon.
Associated Press. I've never heard those words before.
It's literally. Oh man, okay, that's a long diatribe on how news operates around the world. The Associated Press is a collective entity of journalists that work together to make sure that they can get into most countries, even when countries crack down on free press. I put the link in the Mutes live.
I mean, I got it.
Okay.
Oh, she's singing in cursive. I see.
That's such a
Singing in
cursed way to
cursive.
phrase that.
That is something that TikTok came up with. I will not take credit for that. But yes, cursive. Smile.
Oh, she's British. She had a funny English accent.
Oh God,
Okay.
Cohen, the first thing I see in the comment section is Charlie Kirk would have loved 2026.
Oh my god.
That is the first comment I see on the live.
That's why I
Fuck.
closed the live almost immediately and just moved on.
Oh.
I can't believe that was the
I didn't even
first fucking thing I read.
read it. I didn't even read it. I
we
just
got
closed it
60
zero
less than 60
hesitation.
seconds.
God,
Less than 60
that
seconds.
Wow.
was brutal, man.
Wow. That's
45 seconds.
oh shit. I'm kind of
Alright, hell
tempted to
yeah.
unmute it, but I'm scared of the DMCA jump scare.
No music right now. It'll probably play music the minute the ball pops.
Yeah, okay. I'll keep audio properties open. Alright, VOD. The time has come for you to get audio. Temporarily. You get the ominous ticking. Why is it Kia? What if I don't want Kia in 2026?
8,
7,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year.
The 6 looks like a 4.
Me when I have stream delay.
They're playing Old
4,
Lang Syne. Old Lang Syne's
3,
public property.
2, 1. 2020. I thought that said 2024.
I said that the 6 looks like a 4.
I have stream lag. Oh my god, they showed 2 men kissing. Get
Oh
'em
no, the
outta
libs are
here.
gonna be angry tonight.
Oh, I
Get
know
'em
the
outta
song. I know the
here.
song from Little Rascals. I don't know the name of the song. Oh my god, that really does look like a 4. Why does it look like that? I forgot the words. It's definitely Frank Sinatra.
Oh my god, they showed 2 women hugging. We're all gonna die and
Oh
get
my
cooties.
god. We're all going to hell together holding hands.
It's just a Haitian flag on Times Square. Hello?
Hello?
I know, I saw that. I was like, that's new.
I have
Hello?
follow-up questions.
I do too.
New York.
I mean, it's not abnormal for countries to get like advertisement time in New York.
Yeah,
New
yeah,
York's
yeah.
Times Square. But like,
It was just the perfect framing.
yeah,
Right.
it's the obligatory pop over the Haitian flag. I'm like, hello?
That's a good kiss right there, Ben.
Why, yep, we gotta get schnockered now and make out.
The problem is that Minnow is apparently watching your stream, or just watching the stream
No,
directly, and
I'm watching the stream directly.
I'm having at least a couple seconds of lag in comparison to y'all for some reason.
I make sure you hit the live button in the bottom left if
Oh,
you're
hey.
watching it directly.
Hey,
Ugh.
that's a good idea. It's fine. It's not a ducky stream without scuff, okay?
It's fine.
I because of the song that's playing right now, I just tried to text someone Happy New York.
Happy
Happy New York.
Happy
New York, everybody.
Damn, Minnow's already drunk. I can't believe it.
Off
I
his
got off
ass.
for work. I didn't even buy alcohol. I was going to, but then I'd be late.
That's
I
fair.
wanted to be here when it got at midnight for you too.
Yay.
Yeah, we appreciate.
Also, Prince Flair told me to let you two know to have a very happy New Year's.
Aw. That was sweet to him. Man. Not to be that person, but
got
all
my-
that confetti is like really bad for the environment.
And all those pigeons in New York.
True. I want to know the statistic on how many pigeons die from the confetti every year.
Well, during New Year's and during the lighting of the Christmas tree.
True. I didn't realize they did confetti during the tree too.
I
Oh my
think they do
god,
confetti
like
during the
everyone's
tree
on their
lighting.
phone. I'm so shocked. Wow.
Well, yeah, everybody's got a vlog for their 2 followers.
Hey, don't make fun of my 2 followers.
You're not there vlogging.
No, I'm lazy. I've thought about vlogging,
God,
but
it's
I
a
would
Ford
definitely not I would definitely not what do you call it? Do a live stream vlog thing. That's a lot of effort, and no. Hey guys, there's 2 panels out.
I didn't even notice that till you said something.
You're welcome.
Oh my god, damn you.
Here, chat, I'll make it bigger so we can all suffer together. Look at those
I
sexy
was
2
enjoying it
panels.
too, and then you ruined my immersion.
It's my job.
And as soon as you make it bigger,
Oh
they're
wait,
not
yeah,
longer
I
looking at the
forgot.
panel.
They're doing a second ball drop because it's the 250th anniversary of the
Yeah.
America.
Yeah. No, like
Oh
our
my god,
250th
what, you're 50 years old?
Yeah, we're still like the youngest country on the planet outside of like ones in Africa.
It's
but,
fine.
Know,
We
like,
don't talk about it, okay? We're doing our best.
I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, just like my country.
Shut up.
Wait a minute.
America, Paramount Plus, Coca-Cola, LG. Sorry.
RuPaul's Drag Show.
Is that what?
Yeah,
was that one of
gays are
them?
here.
I was literally reading the adverts that were on the Times Square.
Same.
Oh, I
look,
didn't
the 2
realize
panels are back.
RuPaul was up there too. God, that's so much confetti.
M man.
MMMM. Still LG. I don't know. That was definitely a movie poster. Runner Man. Levi's.
The Running
Planet
Man ad in Times
Fitness.
Square is really
Capital
dystopian.
One.
Since Running Man is a dystopia about us American society getting so decrepit that people literally barter their lives to make millions of dollars, that being time in Times Square as a movie is, oh man, dystopia real hard there.
Smile.
Holy fuck.
Shining,
Zero self-awareness for the advertising.
How are we only 250 years old?
Oh,
and already have all
Fallout,
these
nice.
issues?
There's a Fallout ad. That
Fallout
also
ad?
dystopian.
Prime.
Oh, on the Twitch
Capital
Prime?
On
One.
Avatar. all the dystopian
Avatar,
stuff.
Fire and Ash.
Oh, Mutai. Okay, all
Ooh,
right.
I love this song. Red roses too. From me and you. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Look at how big that confetti is, dude. It's like duct
Fuck,
tape
it's the size of his
size.
ear.
Literally. Why is
It looks like how kids cut up construction paper.
Yeah,
like those big
literally.
sizes.
day, dark blessed night? So I'm very confused. Is the ball gonna drop again?
I don't know. I think it's not. I think they just split up the ball.
No,
to
they
America
they
50-50.
said that it's supposed to drop twice. But
Oh,
it
okay.
Dude, I wonder if they're dropping it again for the 30 mark or the 15 mark.
I don't know.
Well, they're probably letting everyone celebrate the new year, and then they'll drop that one.
Yeah. There's this singing, I love you.
I love you.
That guy's definitely talking. Uh-huh. Okay, buddy. Oh shit, Chicago! Sexy and spectacular.
Oh, naked women.
I love women.
Well, yeah, partially naked women, not really naked women.
Damn.
Yeah, I know, Chicago.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Eminem and
There's
them
a
is back.
French. Why is there a French flag?
I don't know, babe.
What? Confused. I
Because
guess it
America
could be.
and the French are hand in hand because of the Statue of Liberty.
Well, I guess in 250. But like, then make it front and center, not like just a weird side shot. I'm just kind of disappointed there's no VTubers here at this point. Like, someone did buy an ad and just have like all the weird cross pollination moments.
Well, I don't know how they could maybe make an ad and do it that way.
There's VTubers who did a New York Times thing before,
Like-
like a Times Square ad.
Like a stream thing or just a
No,
like,
they did
an
it. They did
ad?
it. They filmed an ad with different VTubers in it, and they did a New York Times Square roll ad.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a really cool Has Been Hotel ad at one point whenever they were doing the Broadway show. It was cool. Though I don't want to see Vox's face on a giant TV, but you know, that I know that there are people in this world that do not share that opinion.
I am surprised that Iron Mouse didn't get a screen because of how big of a VTuber she is and how big of a year she had.
I mean, I don't know. I imagine it's really highly competitive, especially for New Year's.
True.
Yeah, and
So-
we're
It's like the
obviously
Super
not
Bowl.
seeing. Yeah, we're not all obviously seeing all of the Boulevard at all the times, so it's not saying that she didn't get one, but we're just not going to see it, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm. I know I got on and I'm like, oh, I wonder who's streaming tonight. Everybody I follow is streaming right now.
Yeah, quite literally.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of glad because I realized I figured out how to go through my follows and turn off like going live alerts for people because I don't mind following people, but oh my god, I get live alerts all day every day, and I was just like, huh, wow, yeah, I guess it was a good time to do that right before New Year's. Jesus.
Yeah, the only ones I have live alerts for are you, Zealot, and I think that's actually it.
I'm special.
I guess I get one other YouTubers, but I always just cancel it, never actually go to her streams.
Your mom is texting us.
Of course she is. She's going to be saying Happy New Year.
She's 12 minutes late. the fireworks are also 12 minutes late? Question mark.
Oh,
Oh,
are you hearing
commercials.
fireworks?
Yeah. Well, I
We're
don't
getting
have
commercialed. Oh,
I don't have noise canceling headphones like you do. Avatar.
they have been blasting fireworks all night tonight since the sun went down here in Idaho. One of our drivers actually had to go home early because they have PTSD.
Oh no.
So they had to leave early.
Happy New
So
Year,
they only got
boy.
like 2 hours of work.
Happy New Year, boy. Did you eat? Was it good? Yeah. Your son has come to politely request bed now.
Wait, he's being polite about it?
Yeah. He usually is after he eats. After he eats dinner. Because after dinner he's like, my bed.
Oh, look, it's a little guy.
Hey, he stands the fuck up, okay? Respect him. Wow, never would have guessed. Time to get 20 more pings.
You're not James Bond.
That girly pop.
Secret agent man.
Goodbye. We're no longer in. Oh, I'm still in year 2025. How's the future feel, fuckers?
There.
There's a lot of saxophone currently.
Oh, so it's a sexual one?
I guess.
Yeah, it's so
Well,
sexual. No one's getting
I've
laid in
had enough.
2026.
What? Hi, Angel. Y'all can't type. Hi, honey. Ma'am, are you okay? Happy New Year, girl.
Happy New Year, Angelica.
Are you okay, Bessie? I thought you were streaming. You were streaming earlier. Tell me I missed it. No more content.
Does the stream die?
Yeah.
Oh, AP? Is
I
that
mean,
it, AP?
They did it.
So, do you guys want to stay up another 2 hours and watch the Idaho Spud drop?
Oh
You
my
have a
god.
spud drop? Did you know that in
We do
Alabama
a
they do a
potato.
moon pie?
Yeah, we do a potato. We have it hooked up to a crane and we slowly let down the potato for the New Year's.
I love that.
Welcome
Dude,
to Boise,
my
Idaho.
my first fucking question, whatever my parents told me about the fucking the moon pie, I was like, is it a real moon pie? And they were like, no, of course not. And I was like, the fuck you mean of course not? How cool would it be if you had a giant fucking moon pie that just drops into a crowd? That would be dope. My parents did not share.
We should just drop an actual potato and make giant mashed potatoes.
I mean, hey, if they figured out a way to boil a potato that big, I don't even know. You would have to build a custom pot for that.
We'd have you figure how to make a potato that big in the first place.
Real. Alternatively, you can make mashed potatoes and then shape them into a potato. And that way you get big potato, but it is secretly lots of little potatoes.
Hashtag big potato energy.
That's a lot of potatoing. I don't know how I feel about that. That's a lot of work, potato.
Your wife is sleep deprived. Angie definitely pinged in her server, but it's not loading because Discord is dumb.
Discord's doing its best to not be Discord.
Yeah.
Why would Discord do Discord things?
Yeah, real.
Real.
Okay. Well, Zealot, I'm tired.
Okay, wife.
Do you want to wait somebody? Or are you gonna be up a while?
I mean, I'll be up a while, but I don't need to be streaming.
Okay, so who you wanna wait?
I'm looking.
Okay. Thank you for joining us, Memo.
Yeah.
Pause.
We got Bingles, Allie, and Vix.
I say Allie, cause Allie usually stays up late.
She's playing Cunt Showdown.
Sir, you can't say that word.
I just did.
Sir, you cannot start 2026 like that.
I can. I just
Shit,
did.
I closed it. Fuck. Damn it. I'm a dumbass and closed Chrome. 1 minute.
Yay, Chrome gone by forever.
Well, it's funny. It kept the stream together tab open, but it closed everything else.
Alright, I have started the raid order. I'm not raiding yet, but I have started the thing. Alright, chat, we'll see you Saturday, probably.
Yeah. Cause
we're gonna be going to
tomorrow's
play board games with
Thursday.
friends tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, we're gonna go play games like Noids.
Yeah.
And then you're doing D&D with me on Friday.
Yeah. Alright. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Yeah, it's been a good night.
We saw lots of balls.
Woo, balls.
Blue ball drop. Blue ball drop. Blue ball drop. Blue ball drop.